this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease. I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and like I've been on so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. Fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let us see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn and develop patience. Determined to be the greatest. Yeah. Bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition. Back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and
find this final round. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you got to do, hey. Eric Gomes, what it do? King Corleone, TJ, what it do? KJ, OGE, appreciate you, KJ, coming through. Keno, K-Dub, JP, Era JQ, struggle boxing. We ain't gonna struggle no more. Yes, sir. Hey, what up, Duke? Adolfo, appreciate you. We're going to play this trailer, and we got Serafina behind the scenes. What it do? Thank you for coming through. Hey, somebody give me a rap deal. I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries. And can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were. Because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Man, they said at least 15, but we found out there was more. But wait, there's more. Appreciate you, Serafina, for coming through. I got to change the title. How you doing? You got the bangs out.
Got the bangs out, bang gang. What's that?
You always compliment a woman when she come in different the next time you see her.
Yes, sir.
Everything good?
Everything's good. I'm blessed.
You're not frozen yet?
Frozen.
Oh, it's freezing out there, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was actually a little warmer today. Snow's melting away a little bit, so that was good.
What do you consider warmer?
It was like 40s, like 30, high
Mm,
30s, low 40s,
wow.
warmer. It's been
Wow.
like 16 degrees.
Oh man. So that's a blessing. You can go out and jog in shorts, right?
I'm not that kind of white person.
Hey,
I'm not those white people.
uh, before we get started, did you know Xavier Porter?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, R.I.P. Man. I feel so terrible about that. I heard about that the other day, and he was always like a really really big supporter of mine. Like
Uh-huh.
one of the first to like really just kind of like give me like a little shine.
Right,
And
right.
I liked him a lot, man, and I feel so awful. I don't know what he passed from. It was just very sudden because people were saying he was out that day outside and doing stuff, and people were like, "Yeah, just seen him yesterday."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was, but I think it was like super random. Like the daughter posted something on Facebook, and
Mhm.
yeah. But R.I.P. to my man. I want to know if you know anything about like the funeral or anything
I'll definitely let you
going
know.
on, let me know because that was my guy.
Yeah, I spoke to Leon Muhammad today, and he'll let me know. They're waiting for some family from Florida or something like that to come.
Was he in like were they close? Leon Muhammad and him?
Yeah, yeah, they were really close. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah, they were
okay.
really close. Yeah, ironically enough, I had spoke to him Friday, and this is how you
Mm.
listen to your spirit. I uh I haven't missed a workout. Let me tell you, because I've been on this thing the last 2 months. I think this is I can count on one hand how many workouts I've missed in the past 60 days. And
Right.
I said, let me sit under this tree and listen to his Leon Muhammad video because they're funny together, right?
Oh,
And
that's him with Leon Muhammad on those.
yeah, yeah,
I've never not watched one of them actually.
yeah. And so I said, let me sit down. And the audio was bad. So
Mm.
I pick up the phone and I call him like, take that video down. The audio's terrible, dog. And we end up being on the phone for like 40 minutes. And I told him, I said, I'm looking forward to your Don King interview because he was going to Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And just like you, I got that someone
Man,
said,
so random, yo.
yeah,
Like
so random because he was so active. He had just did
mhm.
a YouTube video.
So crazy.
Yes.
That's why you definitely gotta give people their flowers while they're still here, man. Like call
Ooh.
the people, you tell them you love them, call your parents, call your cousins, call your brothers, call your sisters, like, randomly. And just tell them you love them.
Uh-huh.
Because you never know,
Uh,
man. Never know.
oh, and you're absolutely right. And to put a button on this, how we always ended the conversation was I love you. Always, no
Yeah.
matter what we
Yep.
was going through.
Yep.
And that's how I end the show every night too. I love you, because I think it's that important, you know.
Definitely. Definitely. Because you don't want to have that feeling of saying, damn, I wish I said and told this person how much I cared, how much I loved them. And then now that they're gone, you don't have that opportunity anymore.
True
So
word spoken. True
for
word
sure.
spoken. True,
Absolutely.
true word spoken. Your partner is here. Cornflake Lamont is here. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Fred? What's good? What's good?
All right,
Hey,
good.
Sarah. What you got the
Turn your
bangs
phone the
out?
other way and hang out with us a little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
there
there he
you
What
is.
you got? What you got the bangs out?
Man, look, watch it.
go. Oh man.
But my little
What's,
bags.
what's up?
Mm.
What's up? What's up?
No, so
Sorry,
where
I'm
do we
sorry. I'm
start?
sorry. I'm late.
Sarah, you go. I mean, I'm just gonna sit back and fill in, but I know uh Rick Glazer. I saw your story how you responded to Rick Glazer canceling our show on Monday.
Yeah,
And
man.
that got back to me about 30 times. I ain't
Yeah,
even
I'm sure
lying.
it did.
Oh,
I'm
what?
sure it did.
We text, DM, everybody was like, "Oh, Rick Glazer canceled. Sarah, shut it down." You know what I mean?
Listen,
So,
hey, I mean, I call a spade,
right.
and he was scared to come on this show because he knew I had receipts.
Uh-huh.
Knew
Wow.
he knew I had receipts. So they gonna go run and hide, and it's cool. I'll just keep a close eye on the situation. But A liar's a liar, man.
How has it been since your show? How has the conversation or
Oh, yeah,
dialogue?
it's been respect. I mean, as far as like, I've got no headway on getting a hold of Anthony. Like, I mean, I really feel like they got in his ear and got in his head and had him believe in the hype. But I hope that he comes around and finds his way, back to reality, because they definitely was lying to that
Damn.
kid, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And how does that work when a manager, promoter, advisor gets into a fighter's ear? How does that work? And what's the process to it, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I mean, it depends on, if like say, I'll just use Edgar Berlanga as an example, right? As
Right.
a fighter, right?
Mhm.
And his manager is Keith Connolly.
Right.
If I were to waiver Edgar's loyalty to Keith
Mhm.
and like do stuff behind the scenes for Edgar without Keith's knowledge,
Right.
that's me interfering with a contract. And it's basically called tampering with a fighter. And
Right.
so I can get sued for that. So Keith could rightfully sue me for interfering in his contract and whatever damages that it may bring. Say Edgar Berlanga had a fight coming up for, I don't know, $250,000. He could sue me for that because it's tampering. It might, fuck up whatever he had going on with
Wow.
his fight. So it's a serious thing.
Wow.
It's definitely a serious thing, and it's, for me, it was just so blatantly sexist in the fact that I know that they wouldn't have done that to a Keith Connolly or David McWater. Like, I know if it was some powerhouse manager that they would have tread super lightly. They would have never even approached the situation they did with Anthony, knowing that he has some type of like super powerhouse manager, or even a male manager. Like, I just don't think that. I think they thought I was soft,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and that, oh well, she is, we could just do whatever we want to do, and she's not gonna do anything,
Mm.
So it is what it is.
Mm. And what's your relationship, Cornflake? You and Sarah.
I mean, I've known Sarah for a while. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I've known just being in the game, being a fighter, getting into the promoting side. I just known her for a while. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We just acquaintance. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then how I got brought in. I mean, I didn't really get brought up, but like, so me and Sarah, we did a card. We was planning on the card in DC. And from DC, it was made public. She signed and you know what I'm saying? So it was no problem. I shot her a text, yo, let's get up tomorrow, let's talk. I'd like to have him on. You know what I'm saying? And it was easy. The deal was done in a day or two. I mean, to be honest, I mean a day or two. But like it was done like very mad quick. Put her in
Mhm.
touch with my people who she knew for years of being in the game as well. Opponent was picked, opponent was agreed on, deal was agreed on, everything was cool. And then the fuck shit happened. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Mm.
And then the fuck shit happened. But we've known each other for a while though. I mean, just being in boxing.
He when I was working, I think we met the first time. I was working for Greg, and I think that's when you fought Antoine. I
Probably.
think that's
Yeah.
the first time we met.
Yeah,
Mm.
we don't talk about shit like that though.
We gonna leave that alone.
We,
But I
we
mean,
don't we don't talk about that. We
Uh,
don't talk about that. Yeah.
it was back. It was, when you were
No,
fighting.
yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean?
and,
So
and
but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just saying it's been just acquaintance in the game. That's all.
And you said how the fuck shit began. From your perspective, what's the fuck shit?
So in my perspective, the fuck shit is, you know what I'm saying, whatever they had going on, Rick Glazer, you know what I'm saying, interfering, doing what they doing, the whole nine. They tried coming in, right? They tried coming in, calling my people that was, working for me. They made, comments, oh, we're, she's involved, but she has no say. You know what I'm saying? We doing the deal now, and whatever, whatever. And I know I shut that shit down completely. And by the way, let's just take a step back. The car was postponed anyway due to like a vaccine requirement from
Uh-huh.
DC, the DC government. So neither near here nor there. The car was supposed to be in like 2 weeks actually, but I'm saying it was just like the fuck shit, the dumb shit. I mean, misrepresentation. I mean, I did the deal with Sarah. I'm the promoter. It's my shit, and then that's who I did the deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like when I'm hearing this, and I'm not even gonna lie, I actually look at my people funny because like they rolling with it. You feel me? Like, and they rocking with it. You feel me? And like so, and I'm talking to my partners, and certain things come up, and some dumb shit came up. You know what I mean? Just trying to change the deal up, negotiation up, trying to use Freeway Ricky as an advantage to them, which is, you know what I mean? Maybe he thought was cool, but like it just wasn't for me, right? It's just the fuck shit. I did the deal with Sarah, and that's who I'm dealing with. Period, point blank. And that's really what it is. You know what I mean? Just the fuck
Yeah.
shit. You do some lame shit like that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. And Sarah, that was the time when you said that it was the autograph meet and
Yeah,
greet.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He said he's gonna pay for the bout with a Freeway Rick Ross autograph signing.
No way.
And here I am. I'm
Yo,
like, damn, I was gonna cover we had a deal to where, Anthony was gonna sell tickets, but I still had to cover the opponent. It was $7,000. I was trying to get him for 7. Initially it said 8. I said, try to get him for 7. And I was gonna cover the back end, whatever the cost was. And here he is trying to cover it with a Freeway Rick Ross appearance autograph sign. And I'm like, people wouldn't care if it was the rapper coming. They don't want no autograph.
Yeah.
People ain't paying for no autographs. Serious?
Right.
And I mean, and you know what I mean, to each its own. People gonna think, you know what I'm saying, people gonna think that's value to something, you know what I'm saying? And it probably is, you know what I mean? There's people in the world that would love to meet Freeway Rick, you know what I'm saying? Just for me and my pockets and the deal we had already agreed on, we wasn't changing it. And and I'm not even gonna lie, Fred, I'm gonna just keep it a whole beam, but to my knowledge, Ant Peterson's the only guy we was always speaking about. I've never was approached with another fighter or another deal or nothing like that. So I'm just assuming it was about Anthony Peterson. It was just like, it's just some fuck shit. It's weird shit. It's just weird, bro. The whole situation is weird. And I already had funny feelings about Rick Glazer. I really don't give a fuck about him, period, already. You know what I'm saying? So this was just like icing on the cake and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It was funny because he called me. He called me and with another friend of mine who's a boxer.
Who's he?
I'm sorry, Glazer, and a person who was trying to mediate the situation. Old school dude from New York, boxing manager. You wouldn't know him if I mentioned his name, but old guy in his 80s. He's a good friend of mine. And he's trying to like mediate it, and Rick is like screaming at the top of his lungs, right? And instead of like I said to him, I was like, you're calling Thomas Lamana, and Thomas Lamana is like, who the hell is Rick Glazer? But like I misquoted, like instead of saying, he was like, Rick Glazer called me. I said, he's like, who the hell is Rick Glazer? And he lost his shit. He's like, Thomas Lamana knows me well. He knows my wife by first name basis. And you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Yeah. So that's my beef, right? So that's my problem. I'm saying it as, who the fuck is Rick Glazer offering like this nut ass deal? Like you got to be like, for 30 something years he has, you got to be half stupid to come to me. I'm a small pop. I'm a small club promoter, and I'm grateful with that. You feel me? You know what I mean? You coming at me with that nut shit. That's return. That's why I said, like, who the fuck is this guy think he is asking me that shit? Like, that's corny. That's corny. Like, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you no favors. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Of course I know Rick. I took him and his wife to lunch before when they came out to a car in Atlantic City. I got mad love for his wife. Very, very nice woman and shit, you know what I mean? But he's just a fucking lunatic, bro. He's a lunatic. He's a fucking lunatic. And Sarah, let me right. He's saying Rick Glazer is very prideful. You feel me? Like, he's very prideful. He thinks he's right. he will swear to God that during the day the sky is purple. If he believed that and shit,
Mhm.
now he's very prideful, right? And he hides behind what's the word I'm looking for? Right? Like, no shit. It's on public that I know who you are. Like, people know that I know you. People know that, you feel me? Like there's no shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he makes a lot out of dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably not explaining it right. He just makes a lot of he makes things more than what things really are, what they need to be. You know what I'm saying? He's very, like I said, just a prideful guy, and he'll make you. He's a great manipulator, bro. He's a booking agent, bro. He makes money off of feeding people to the wolves.
Mm.
Like you feel, he's a great manipulator. So his attitude, his screaming, whatever, will make 9 out of 10 people believe he's right if you're not ignorant enough. So that's why when
Right.
Sarah says shit like that, oh, he's screaming, "You're a liar," blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Those are his facts that he says. Those are his facts that he has for
Right.
calling Sarah a liar. She's not a liar intentionally with that, because everybody knows I know the fucking guy. You know what I mean? It was like she said, misinterpretation. But he'll take that and run with it like a little bitch.
Mm. Mm. Wow. See, I've only had 50-50 conversations with him. Hey, you want to be on the show? And then it's 5 minutes about boxing, and that's it. So I've never delved into like
Yo,
your
when I saw your show with Kid Austin,
uh-huh.
and they put him on blast.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, that shit made my heart smile. That shit made my heart smile, yo.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
I was like, yo, and even like, they weren't rude when it came to Freeway. They were like, oh yeah, he's a great guy. But I remember Freeway telling me that was his fighter that he was managing, and the dad said flat out, my son has no paperwork with him. I have paperwork with him. He's my advisor, not my son's advisor. And I'm just like, what do you get out of like just telling people any fucking thing? Like obviously the boxing world is super small. I could find out. Like it's not like I can't find out that you're not his manager. It would be like literally like me running around saying, "Oh, I manage, I don't like Edgar or something or whatever, like or Amanda Serrano. I'm Amanda's manager. All you need, I mean, it's easy to find out.
Right.
Like why am I gonna lie about something like that? Like
Mhm.
that doesn't give me clout. It makes me look like an asshole.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Well,
Because
shout out Freeway Rick Ross. So let me say this. Shout out Freeway
yeah,
Rick Ross, man. I had one deal. It wasn't even a deal. It was kind of sort of a deal, but not true gentleman. That's one thing Rick Glazer told the truth about. He's a true gentleman. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? He this was a couple years ago. I had a deal with him. And it didn't work out. It didn't work out because of, it's neither here nor there, nothing good or bad. It just didn't work out, right? But true gentleman, true class acting, you know what I'm saying? He was very accessible, you know what I'm saying? I just want to put that out there, you feel me? He's definitely a guy that, the media positively, speaks about. I could personally say that that's facts with my one deal, you know what I'm saying? I don't know
right.
what or how he got involved with Rick Glazer, but you know what I'm saying?
That marriage seems a little bit different because I see Freeway not from me talking to him, but pre-COVID, I would see him in the Crenshaw area, and he seems like a very calm, caring person, like from a distance, like because he doesn't talk loud. He talks undertone per se, if that's a word, and so my perspective of him from a distance is a very calm man. I don't have
He
no
is
dealings with
not. He is for real. Like I mean, I've had I told him I said, look, I like you. You
him.
know what I mean? I like you, and I realize that you don't know the business.
Hmm.
But the person you brought as your partner, not only like he thinks he knows the business, but he does snake shit. And for someone who wants to get into the game like on a good foot, he's not the one to have by your side. And I told him that from the get-go. But he still continued to deal with him, and here we are. And now his first real news in boxing is going to be him getting sued.
Right. Jeff Pierre Lewis says, "What's up, Fred and Sarah?
What up? What up?
What's up?" And don't forget Thomas
Yeah,
neither, aka
I'm just some jerk off in the you know what I'm saying, in the live.
You only won 31 fights. You
What's
know what I'm
good with
saying?
you?
That big.
Hey, nah, but it's cool, man. It's cool.
How is boxing for you? What's your next move?
Boxing is, you know, obviously treated me well. I got my first world title shot last year that ended drastically terrible for me, but I got there. I got to the dance. I never had rhythm. You feel me? So like I got to the floor and I just, you know what I'm saying? What happened happened. It's boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny about that. And I will elaborate about, since we're talking about Rick Glazer, I will elaborate about that. But you know, I plan on, you know what I'm saying, good things are coming, you know what I mean? Been in a lot of good talks. Obviously, you know, being on the promotion side as well and networking. You know what I mean? I formerly was a PBC fighter who now I'm just very committed with them. Everybody on that side, you know what I mean, have been nothing but great to me. You know what I'm saying? From Al Heyman to Louis DeCubis to, you know what I mean, the Mayweathers, you know what I mean, Leonard, you know what I mean, DC, all them guys, you know, just take good care of me. You know what I'm saying? They you know, we'll you know what I mean, I don't know, we'll see what happens next, but I plan on fighting. I'm getting married in June, so I plan on fighting after that. I got some shit. Thank you, bro. I got some shows coming up, you know what I'm saying, I'm focusing on that. And but tonight I'm just here to talk some shit. You know what I mean? I got some time for some shit. You know what I mean? Rick Glazer, it was funny, and it's funny. So Rick Glazer actually called me wasn't this Monday, it was last Monday. He called me on some shit. You know what I mean? I think he kind of knew what was coming up, and he knew he understood and knew that my name got brought up into it because I was the promoter of the fight Anthony was going to be on when the whole situation happened between, you know what I mean, Sarah Rick and Freeway Rick, you know what I'm saying? So my name got brought up and he's calling me, pleading, kind of bitching. I mean, he sounded like a little, I don't want to see, he was sounding like a little bitch, basically trying to cover his ass up and talk to me and try to persuade me that he's not wrong and all that shit. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's some fuck shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not no judge. I'm not no whatever. You feel me? It's just some fuck shit to me, especially when I know what happened on the other side with me and Sarah. You feel me? Like I just, it's some fuck shit. But when I got knocked out by Lauda and it was on Twitter and shit like that, he indirectly, because that's what he does, because he's a very indirect, but he says he's direct. He's not direct. He's a little bitch. And he's very indirect with his comments and his smart remarks. And like, bro, like I watch your channel, that whole Black Eyed Peas and that dumb shit, bro. That's fucking whack,
That was
bro.
awful. That made me cringe.
Like, bro, like I'm not even hip like that. And I even say, bro, you gotta be a stupid motherfucker to do some shit like that on a channel that's ran by a black person. That's dumb as shit. You feel me? Like, come on, let's talk game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, I told Rick the last time we spoke, I said, Rick, last correspondence I had with you was on Twitter. I told you to go fuck yourself. And I told him multiple times, if I see you, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Calling my father up, tell your son to take that post down. I'm gonna block him. Like that's gonna change my life. You feel me?
That's what he was telling Anthony to do with me. Oh, take that tweet down. It's hurting my business. Sir, you have no business. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was, you know. So speaking on, but that's what. So anyway, just to get back to your original question, Fred, that's what I'm doing in boxing, bro. I'll be back. I'll be back sooner rather than later. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just taking care of some business right now, and you know what I mean. Definitely wanted to speak on this because I've always wanted to. I don't give a fuck what type of platform. Sarah, you could agree. I don't give a fuck. She gave me game earlier, man. Any press is good press. Big platform. Small, medium, brand new, OG. Right. Get that shit out there. I don't fuck with the guy, and I strongly advise people to do your due diligence about it. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. For 31 years, you gotta know some boxing, but that don't make you a good person. You probably know some boxing, but that don't make you a good person. And I'm actually on record saying that. Sarah, tell me if I'm wrong. Facts. 31 years, again. He knows boxing.
Right. See,
Always
but
backs him.
my thing about him is this: like I watched all his shows, like the two that you had of him.
Mm-hmm.
And, he made a comment about Devin, and I saw BH got on
Mm-hmm.
and corrected him, like saying Devin has trouble making the weight. Devin's never had trouble making the weight. Like, how do you speak on something that you're not in a camp? What you playing, like you're playing a game of telephone. You're reporting what you heard, what somebody else heard, what somebody else heard, what somebody else heard. So
Right.
it's like you're not there. So why do you speak on something you don't know to be factual? That's like whenever I answer a question, like you ask me a question, I don't know for sure. I'll say, listen, I don't know for sure, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he presents everything to be factual, like he's like some type of boxing fucking guru. And no, you're not. Like you're not. And I don't know who's telling you these things, but you're just not, because nobody fucking likes you.
Mm.
Nobody likes him. Even the people that he praises, the people that he's like, oh, barbarian, top rank, they don't like him.
Mm.
Like they don't even like him. They tolerate him.
Mm.
Like I remember
Hey
you used to
Fred.
call my boss 20 times a day, and my boss would fucking send the voicemail.
Mm. Champion Heart says, salute the Cornflake and the beautiful Serafina. Thanks for confirming Glazer as a bullshit artist. I figured him to be. Yo, Champion Heart was on the Champion Heart.
But hold up, but time out. But here's the thing though. Well, first off, yo, Fred, real quick,
Yeah.
bro.
Uh-huh.
I'm reading your comments, bro. Everybody's requesting we do a little 10-second, man, for Kurt Anderson.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it at the
Passed
end of the
away,
show.
bro.
I just didn't want to. I see it. I see it
Okay.
flowing. I just don't.
All right,
You
no
know what I
doubt.
mean?
All right,
Yeah,
no doubt.
I appreciate you.
So,
Thank you.
but of course, know what I mean. But like, yeah, bro. I mean, bro, boxing's full of bullshit artists, though.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't nothing new. It's
Mm.
just, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you're behind a computer and you scared to death of COVID and you don't leave the house. You feel me? It's different.
Right. I mean, it's easy to hate from the sidelines. You know, it's so easy. Like, you know, he hates on Al, he hates on Floyd, you know, he hates on this person. You do it better than, sir.
Mm.
You put on a show. You ain't never put on a show in your life.
That's
No,
interesting.
Sarah, I'm mad at you. You took my shit.
Oh yeah,
You took my shit. You took my shit. Yo,
bad,
I said, yo, I was thinking the same joy. Yo.
Yeah, no, he was. We was on the phone chopping it up
tight.
early. He was like, man, you took the words right out of my mouth. But like, that's some real shit though. Like, you do it better. Do it better then. Don't hate. Don't talk about it. You do it then.
Mm.
Do a better job.
Right.
Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Period.
Hey, Fred, you ever notice he talks the most shit on people he don't do business with? Because they won't
I
do
hadn't paid
business with
attention
him.
to that. No, I hadn't.
That he can't even go to a PBC show.
Oh.
You get kicked out the door.
Wow.
Like that, he's not even welcome.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
And,
like it's yeah.
And Sarah, let me say this and Fred, right? So peep this game. This is just my opinion, right? This is my humble opinion. Right? Pays, bro. They pay. Trust me, they pay. And there's no secret. Just like, you know what I mean, the little cute shit that they got going on. You know, Dillian White report he's been getting paid $300,000 when really he's probably netting or grossing, I should say, upwards of 5-6 for his other, you know what I mean, for his other fights, right? Where the whole purse bid shit with Tyson Fury, right? But Eddie's, you know what I mean, oh well, he gets back end money and whatever's on the contract is what you pay your sanctioning fees for. It's not illegal. I think it happens every fucking day in the sport.
Right.
This is what it is. You feel me? So okay. The thing about it is this, right? Rick Glazer makes majority of his money. And he claims, you know, the whole sparring partner, this, and, you know, he sends sparring, and he does. He's called me a handful of times for some guys that I've worked with in the past to go over like to UK or Russia and all that good stuff. And it just, you know, it didn't work out, pan out. I almost had one, and then dude broke his nose, whatever, right? So he does that shit, but majority of his money, right? He's a booking agent. I look at it as a matchmaker. I don't even think he holds a license. I don't know when the last time he has, right? He makes money. Bro, I call boxing legalized human trafficking, bro. People make money off of putting, you know what I'm saying? You putting another human life on the line for some bread. Whether if it's a 50-50 over the head or you a bona fide opponent. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna beat the shit out of a prospect. You a dog, you could rumble, you feel me? And you're gonna go beat a prospect. Whatever it is, somebody making bread off you. It's boxing, it's a business, you feel me? Some people make money off you by, you know what I'm saying, the network's paying and promoters make the money, or some people, you feel me, would get a $20,000 package, offer the fighter 15 and pocket that and probably still take a third off of that, you feel me, or 10% off of that. You feel me? Now I'm not saying that's the case, I'm just saying it's happened before, you feel me? I'm sure it's happened before. Okay. Boxing, like it's like legalized human trafficking. He don't. I'm getting to the point where I'm making is this, right? He don't do the business with PBC or, you know what I'm saying, or anybody like them, because there's no benefit in it for him. You know what I mean? He doesn't benefit from PBC. They don't fuck with him. They don't fuck with him at all. So he's gonna downplay everything. Of course, he's gonna have no choice but to talk about a good fight if it's a good fight. If a fight happened and it's good, there's no shame. We all love boxing, period, right?
Right.
You're gonna say it's a good fight. So yeah, he'll do his little dumbass applaud for you. He'll say finally PBC gets a good one. You feel me? But if there's no benefit in it for him, he's not gonna, you feel me? He's not really gonna give a fuck. I know firsthand. I asked him, this is 2018. I was rated number 13 by the WBO, right? At middleweight. No, this is at 154. We tried putting a letter in. We tried putting a letter into Jaime Munguia to fight Jaime Munguia, not the WBO. I'm sorry, to Golden Boy, right? When Munguia was WBO champ, and my dumbass went to Rick Glazer to do it. Sent a letter in, the whole 9 yards. My man, I ain't gonna put his name out there, but somebody that's really tied in with them and hit me and was like, "Yo, you could just kiss that fight goodbye because they don't fuck with dude."
Wow.
You know, they don't fuck with dude. And Rick was only in it for the bread. I was on the phone with him, and I'm saying, yeah, but Rick, I'm gonna beat this guy. Wherever Rick had their opinion, I'm gonna beat this fucking guy. Yeah, okay, Thomas. Look, let's just get the money. Fuck you mean let's get the money? I'm gonna beat this guy. Fuck is you talking about? You feel me? Anyway, so I just knew that going forward, and we're talking. This is 2018 probably. You know what I'm saying? We're every bit of 2018, maybe 2019. I don't know. You know what I mean? It was a while ago, and that just changed my whole mindset over it. And you know what I mean? There's an email trail. There's an email trace. I know he's done it, so I'm not lying about the conversation. You feel me?
Wow.
So I just think he shits on people that he has no affiliation with because he's not benefiting. He's not benefiting.
Or people that call him out on his bullshit.
You said is what? What did you say?
I said, or he hates on people that call him out on his shit.
Oh, that was the best one. Let her say. I don't feel like I want to keep taking the shine. Yo, it's funny as shit, right? You ever notice on Twitter, right? You ever notice on Twitter, he'll at, you know how like you at somebody and they'll get it. Or his little dumb freaky ass will do like a hashtag.
You got ear pods in, right? Yeah, I think your hoodie is covering up your audio a little bit.
My hair all fucked up. My hair all fucked up and shit. Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
All right. And he do
there he is.
He do that.
Now I recognize him.
Yeah. He do that goofy. This is what I hate, and this is why I just love it. It's just fact. It's dumb. It's stupid. He'll act Tyson Fury or Josh Taylor. I'm not saying he has. I'm just using him as an example. He's very pro them. You feel me? Like he just loves them, and they're good fighters. Like they're fucking really good fighters. But he'll hashtag Deontay Wilder as he's just shitting on him. I called him out, and so again, I'm real low, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and say, Fred, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Deontay know who the fuck I am, because he probably don't, and he don't remember me. But I'll never forget, I was in camp with Gabe Rosado when he fought Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillen, and it was in Atlantic City at the Boardwalk Hall, and it was and Deontay was on the undercard, and Deontay was in the same room. I'll never forget, chopped it with him. It was, you know what I mean, introduced myself. This is when I was a young I'm a young pro. You know what I'm saying? I believe still undefeated. You know what I'm saying? It was, so we're talking a while ago, 2012, maybe 2013. I don't even remember, right? And so not a lot of people forget the name Cornflake. I get that, but not a lot of people will forget Cornflake. Maybe you will.
I definitely remembered you as Cornflake. I know that much.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, like, that will click. That will click to, you feel me, a vast majority of the people. Cornflake. All right, cool. Well, now here we are. Maybe it was 2020-ish. I think, yeah, I remember, because I was working. It was 2020. It was during the pandemic. I know for a fact, because I was working at this odd end trying, because shit was fucked up, right? And I just finally like you're talking shit on Deontay, but you're not adding him. So I added him. I replied to him and I said, well, why don't you add him? You know, I'm like, at whatever, and whatever. And that's when he went ballistic, crazy. Take it down. He called my dad like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, take it down. I'm gonna block you. I'm scared. He's fucking, bro. There's gonna be a time Deontay Wilder's gonna pop up on him like Charlie Zelenoff and smack the dog shit out of him, bro. Dead ass. Dead ass, bro. Just for the dumb shit. Just for the dumb shit he be doing, bro. He's just a proud guy. He's a proud guy.
And he,
That's right or wrong, but
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the biggest weaknesses in some people are the fact that they can't admit when they're wrong. When you can't come to the realization, like, you know what, I fucked up. You know, like, it's such a weakness to me. You look weak. Like, it's like I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong.
You look weak.
You look weak. Like, you can't apologize and just be a man. Like, you know what, I fucked up. You know, like, that takes you a long way in life to be able to, like, own up to your shit and be like, you know what, I fucked up. I owe you lunch. You know what I mean? Like, I owe you an apology. Like, so, but he's just so prideful. He will never admit that he's wrong.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's I like that term. I've never heard it in those terms. You look weak when you can't admit that you're wrong.
You're weak. You're weak.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Definitely weak. Like, there's nothing wrong with admitting when you're wrong. That's called growth.
Right.
You know, and when you can't admit that means you're just so full of pride that you probably want to explode inside, because it's like you're just trying so hard to prove to the world that you're something that you're not.
Right.
And that you just cannot admit to ever being wrong.
What's the journey in the legal process? How's that coming?
I mean, they were served. The legal letters were sent out. The cease and desist were sent out to both the Ricks and to Anthony, just notifying him that we are still in the contract, and I've done nothing to breach my end of the contract. And there's due process and everything, you know. So, you know, I'm just waiting to hear back, you know, but I'm keeping a close eye on the situation, making sure that, you know, they're not speaking on his behalf. And I think that because they got those legal letters is why they canceled, because I'm sure they were going to speak on it. They had plans to speak on it until they got those letters. And, you know, I'm just doing it by the book. You know, I'm doing it by the book. No street shit, no calling, no back and forth. It's just like, all right, you want to play hardball? We play hardball.
Right.
You know, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing for Anthony. If he doesn't reach out to me, he doesn't reach out to me. But I'll keep looking for fights. I'll keep offering him fights. I'll keep writing the checks. And if he's not contacting me, I have no way to give it to him, right?
Right.
So I'll just keep them. You know what I mean? But I'll have them written out for him.
So
know,
And that's a shame too, because for you know who's suffering? The fighter.
yeah,
That's
100%.
like that, and I'm talking as fighter first. You feel me, Fred? Like that's who's suffering now, regardless of the decisions, and you know what I mean. 'Cause there'll be a lot of going back. There's a lot of back and forth that will go on about, you know what I mean. Fighters, the boss, and fighter makes the decision, which is true. Okay, I get it. Like everybody works for the fighter. You feel me? Um, because at the end of the day, we the ones, or you know, they're the ones in that case. They're the ones fighting, and everybody getting paid off them and shit like that. You feel me? But in this case, unfortunately, man, Anthony Peterson suffering, which is fucked up because I mean he's not young, beautiful record, can rumble. It's not like he can't fight. This ain't no regular dude with a average last name. You feel me?
right.
So he's the one suffering. For however long he's gonna suffer, I don't know. But like, when people want to see him, people want to see him rumble. I was excited to get him in the ring. I was, bro, that's deep. You know what I mean? Like having Lamont Peterson. I'm sorry, Anthony Peterson.
Mhm.
That's, you know what I mean. I was excited to get his ass back in the ring and get him on a quest to win a world championship. Be his brother, not just
Right.
be Lamont's brother, but be like his brother. You feel me?
Right.
What happened to him though? Like, why did it just halt? I don't understand why.
I personally,
Sarah
I've never
knows.
followed his
There,
career.
Sarah gave that I know smile.
I mean, there's two sides to a story, and then there's the truth.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I have both sides. I have his side. I have Barry's side.
Hmm.
I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Right.
You know, I don't think it was all Barry. I don't think it was all Anthony. I think there's a combination of the two.
Right.
But you know, like I said before, I can't speak on something that I don't know to be factual.
Right.
I can just go based off what I see.
Hmm.
You know, and there's certain things that Anthony has done, you know, in this process, you know,
Right.
like the Chris Algieri and
You're
you
right.
know, turning that down and everything, and that gave me red flags. But there's also things in the past that I heard. I haven't seen it from my own eyes,
Right.
Barry, so I can't speak on it. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's probably a combination of the two.
Right.
Um, you know, so it's really difficult to say, man.
Mm.
Difficult to say, but I mean, I wish him the best, and I'll still work for him, and you know, get him the best opportunities I can. I keep offering him fights, but if he doesn't, you know, if he has me blocked and doesn't answer my calls and
Crazy.
anything, like, you know, I can only do so much. You know, I'll just have to email him,
Uh-huh.
you know, or something. But I'm gonna show that I've done my part. You know, I'm gonna hold up to my end of the contract,
Hmm.
you know, and do everything I said I was going to do. So that's all I can do, you know, at this point.
Are you more inspired to get more fighters, or are you?
You know, listen, I don't like to judge people based off of other people's actions. You know, everybody's different. Everybody reacts differently. I mean, the majority of my, you know, relationships management wise have ended in situations such as these. You
Mm,
know, I mean, it's just I hate to say it, but it's like kind of like a pimp and hoe situation.
that's
You
funny.
know,
Garland
it's
Price said that.
yeah, like it's like, you know, fighters go to the highest bidder. You know, loyalty isn't a real thing in this game. I
Mm,
mean, I don't know if it in life period. Like if somebody else comes around with more money and they talk a good game, you're gonna want to go with them naturally. But I think that there are some people who are just super loyal to a fault,
mm,
you know, and don't jump on opportunities based off of loyalty. So I think that there's got to be some type of middle ground.
right.
You know, it's got to be some type of middle ground to where you're like, you know, you have the key thing is in any relationship is communication.
A- Amen.
It's got to be communication. There's got to be a line of communication. If you know Anthony came to me and said, "Lo, listen, Sarah, I want to do this, and this." All right, we could come to some type of term, you know what I mean? Like middle ground,
Right. Right.
right? But the fact of the matter is that I know these guys didn't have any money. I know that they weren't gonna bring anything to the table for me.
Right.
You know, as far as like make my job easier. If anything, they'd make it harder for me because Rick, number one, has a Glazer has a bad name. Freeway doesn't know the ins and outs of the game. Like he's still super green,
Right.
and it's just like I don't see the upside of bringing them on.
Mm.
And I think Anthony just got kind of like starstruck almost, like, oh my God, this is Freeway Rick Ross. This is the guy the rapper's named after. You know, like
Yeah. Right.
he Freeway does talk a good game. Like he's very polite, he's very charming, he's very soft spoken, and he's a nice person. He really is a nice person. But I told him flat out, like, I don't do business with Laser. I can't do it. As much as I like you, I cannot do business with Rick Glazer.
And that makes sense.
And I said it just like that. So, but there's always got to be a line of communication. Like you can't just cut me off
Right.
when
Right.
I have money tied up.
Right. Right. Even
Like,
if it's 1 cent.
yeah, period. Like it's just code.
Right.
You just don't do that, especially when I've done nothing to hurt you, done everything to help you.
Right.
But I mean, does it deter me from working with fighters? Like I said before, I'll always, throw a little tantrum and say, I'm done with boxing. I'll never do it again. But,
All like that.
we have a toxic relationship.
We do.
We have a toxic relationship. And I was talking to Thomas earlier saying that everything we do in life, like there's certain things we don't have control over, like whether it be an earthquake, tornado, hurricane, whatever, right? But most of the positions we are in our life are due to choices that we made.
Right.
I chose to deal with this person, therefore this is the result. I went left instead of going right, so I got in a car accident over here. Like we might not intentionally make that choice, but it was still something that we did to put ourselves in that position. I have diabetes because I ate too much sugar.
Mm.
Like it may not be intentional, but we made a choice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at Anthony. I'm not mad at Glazer because they are who they are. They were who they were going to be before I even came into the picture. But I made a choice to deal with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Can we stop giving Rick Glazer clout now?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, like I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, I'm
we tired of this shit.
I know. I see you
Yo,
yawning.
dead
Like
ass.
we'll
Hey,
get
yo,
you out of
hey,
here.
yo,
We'll
hey,
get you out.
hey, yo,
Yes.
Brent, and some real shit, yo, hold up. Your comments be funny as shit, bro.
Oh,
Like,
the
I don't
comments
know,
are the best.
Brent Jones is starting. I don't know if he's my man or if he don't like me.
No, he's anti everything. Man, we could have Serafina here with a 2-piece on. That's not boxing. Everybody else in the chat. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him,
I'm
man.
just,
He's in his mom's
I'm
basement.
reading. I'm gonna say, what's up? He in his mom's basement. Oh,
He in his mom's
all
basement
right.
on a tour. You know.
Oh, I feel that.
Don't worry about it.
All right. That's
Don't
cool.
worry
He
about it.
one
Yeah,
of them. All right, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. He's
Well,
cool.
salute to him though. That's so cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
So we had some good stuff going on today. We had the press conference for
Yeah, I want to talk about that with you in women's boxing. Yeah.
What do you think about that fight, Thomas? Who's winning that fight?
Honestly, right? Honestly, bro, I think goddamn Serrano gonna put Katie Taylor the fuck out, like on some Ann Wolf type shit.
Good
answer. On some Ann Wolf type shit.
Wow.
Like I don't now, right? Yeah, I mean Serrano. And by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Serrano, like she could rumble, like she could really rumble. And Katie Taylor, what's her name? Katie Taylor can rumble too.
Wow.
You feel me? And she a dog. She got that style and shit like that. But like, it's some weird, goofy shit. How a woman that size evidently could punch so hard.
Mm.
You feel me? And everything looks different on TV and shit. I get all that, and I've never seen her fight live. You feel me? But I personally think Katie Taylor just gonna run into some shit, and you feel me? Like Yeah, so I got Serrano, man. She adore. I still think Clarissa Shields is the GOAT, like for real. I dead ass think she's all that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean Serrano, man, you can't sneeze at her accomplishments though. You feel me? Like you can't sneeze at that. That's some crazy shit. She did more in her goddamn 2-3 years than I've done in my whole career. You know what I mean? So it's like she's all that. Yeah. So I got Serrano. Obviously, I'm guessing you going with her too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you put your thumb down for something. What was that?
Oh, Clarissa's not the GOAT.
Who's the quote?
Oh,
Amanda's the GOAT. 100%.
Really?
100%.
Well, you
100%.
how and why?
First of all, take the gold medals out the equation because that just started in 2012, and then she's in a bastard weight class. There are 30 girls in the world that fight at Clarissa's weight. There's over 200 that fight at Amanda's weight. The real talent in women's boxing is 147 below. Period. Hands down, I said what I said. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Clarissa. She's a great boxer.
Mhm.
She fights like a dude boxing wise, but she says a lot of things that she can't back up. Like she says she's knocking men out in the gym. You can't knock out the women in the ring. How you knocking out men in the gym? What, she got 2 knockouts?
I don't know, but I know it's low. Somewhere in there.
Right. Like Amanda's like closer to 80%, if not more knockouts.
Amanda punching like a grown ass fucking middleweight.
It's just a discrepancy. You know what I mean? It's just like, and I'm telling you, I think Clarissa's great. I do think she's special, but do I think she's the greatest of woman of all time? Absolutely not. You talking about she's better than Lucia Riker? Hell no.
Wow.
Hell no. Not even close. Not even close. Not at all. Like you're talking, like these women fought everybody back in the day. Like they fought everybody, and their records was lopsided as shit. But there's nobody at her weight class. There's literally like the best at her weight class. There's 2 girls. She fought Franchon her pro debut. And you have Savannah Marshall.
Yeah, but we acting as Franchon not what like a WBC and does she got another belt?
Of
She's
course,
not unified champion right now.
Yeah, but like that's
and didn't she hold up, but didn't she beat the shit out of a guy? Wasn't that lady had to be a fucking guy, bro. Her arms was like bigger than my legs, bro.
She was on testosterone.
Yo, I bet she probably had a dick too.
He or she? He was or she was on testosterone. It was on testosterone.
Yeah, he had a dick too. Shit.
Oh man.
You feel me? So I mean, I just look at it at, you know what I mean, listen, obviously, you know, women's boxing is so, you know, niche, like it's very targeted, very, you know what I mean, it's only certain amount of great women fighters. I mean, going back to like the Christy Martins and like I said, the Ann Wolfs, you know, Layla Ali, those are really the only 3 that I could think of off the top of my head, you know what I'm saying? And maybe like who's that other woman, Cecilia Breakhouse?
She's bad. She's bad. She's bad.
You feel me? Like guys like that. But I just look at it as Clarissa and all like were any of those other women 2-time gold medal winners?
They didn't have the opportunity to be one because women just started fighting the Olympics in 2012. Yeah. So you can't count those gold medals. You just can't. Like, so you're telling me she's the greatest woman of all time because she's had the opportunity when Amanda Serrano, all these other women didn't have the opportunity? Like, if they had the opportunity, they have gold medals too.
I just think so Amanda Serrano.
Hold on. What other, you said, I got to give her credit. What other women boxer went to MMA? Amanda's in MMA. Heather's in MMA. A lot of them go to MMA because they don't get paid enough in boxing. That's what Champion Heart said. You got to give her credit. What other women boxer went to MMA? Yeah, Amanda's done MMA. So has Heather Hardy.
In terms of accolades,
so did Jessica Rakowski.
Is 7 divisions more important than 2? I'm just weighing the scales.
The gold medals don't count.
But it's total career, right?
I'm taking I'm taking amateur out of the
Okay,
equation
okay.
because
So
we
Amanda Serrano is better than Carissa.
absolutely, absolutely,
Wow.
1,000%.
I'm glad you gave
I
me this
think, but
because Carissa's gonna respond to this heavy.
No, she
I
can
mean,
respond to
I mean,
I
I'll
know,
go.
but she likes to respond into stuff like this.
yeah,
She
we
enjoys
have
this,
an opinion. We're all
and it's
entitled
gonna
to
help.
our opinion.
It helps women's boxing. That's all. It
Sure.
helps women's boxing. And
I'm not hating on her. Like
no,
this is just my opinion.
Mhm,
I'm not hating on her. I think she's a great fighter.
mhm,
She's just not my guo.
mm.
You
She
know,
did come up with the moniker though, which was pretty dope. The
you
Guo.
said what?
She came up with that moniker, which was pretty dope.
I don't know who came up with it, but she's just not to me the greatest woman of all time.
Now,
So
I would
this is
agree
it.
with you. Go ahead, Thomas.
Oh no, I mean, I just look at it as you like what is Clarissa's record? 11-0, or she 10-0?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think
She's in there. To be
Mhm.
as accomplished as she is with that many fights, you know what I'm saying?
it's because of the gold medals. And like I said, she's in a weight class. There's no talent there, yo. There's 30 something women
Okay, so then let me ask you
in
this
the
then. All right, so
entire
let me
division
ask
in
you
the
this then.
world.
Hold on, let me ask you. So then who did Amanda Serrano beat?
You want to look up a record? Let's look up a record, shall we?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean stat hunted, whatever. I don't know. I don't know the first thing about any like
She
out
beat
of
Heather
like.
Hardy. Heather Hardy
Okay,
was undefeated.
yeah, she was. She was. Um. Okay, but like, I don't really know other than okay Heather Hardy, who I'm familiar with the name being from the
Hold on,
area.
hold on.
I don't really know nobody else. And by the way, I don't really know nobody else that Clarissa beat either. I'm just looking at, of course, you know what
She
I
She
mean.
beat
beat
the
Anna
girl Hammond.
Gabriels and
Hammond.
Anna Gabriels
Gabriels,
and Franchon Cruz. Yeah.
Nelson.
And the
The what?
Hammer.
What about Tori Nelson? What about
So Amanda's 42-1 with 30 knockouts. She beat Miriam Gutierrez, who was 14-1. The girl before her was Mercado, was 18-2. The girl before her was Daniela Romana Bermudez, who was 29-3. And she stopped her by knockout. I mean, she's not fighting bums, she's fighting champions. Like she's fighting champions. So it's like whether you heard of them or not,
but wasn't
it
but
is.
wasn't Clarissa but wasn't Clarissa fighting champions?
But what I'm saying to you is that there's over 200 girls in Amanda's weight class, and Amanda went from 115 to 140.
11-0.
115 to 140. You know what
Right.
I'm
No,
saying?
I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not hating. It's just facts. It's not hating. I'm just stating facts.
Oh no, I'm not saying you hate. No, no, no.
No,
You making
I
good.
was just responding to a comment saying I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm never hating. I will repeat over and over again. I think Clarissa is a great fighter. I do. But I'm entitled to say whether she's my quote or not, and she's just not my quote.
What
Which
weight is Serrano fighting Katie Taylor at?
35.
35.
mhm.
What weight is Michaela Mayer?
She's 30. No, Michaela Mayer's 35. Michaela Mayer's 35 too.
And what weight is Serrano and Taylor fighting at?
It's either 30 or 35, right?
All right,
Is it 30?
so it's flipped. They're not in the same. Okay, you know who else can rumble? And I forgot about this girl. Alicia Baumgartner.
Right?
All right,
It's
so it's flipped. They're not in the same. Okay, you know who else can rumble? And I forgot about this girl.
Oh shit. Okay, you good. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Can you guys hear me?
Who's some? Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay, good.
mean, and there was another comment. He's right. Serrano was ducked by a lot of girls. They vacated belts not to fight her. They would vacate the belt not to fight her because they couldn't come up with enough money for these girls to fight her. They would just vacate. And so she'd fight for a vacated belt. But it ain't her fault. They don't want to fight her.
Hmm.
I'm not the expert on women's boxing.
Yo, dead
I
ass.
mean,
Me neither,
same,
bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hold you.
it's the
Me
same
neither. So that's why
politics.
I ain't really talking too much. You feel me?
Yeah.
I ain't. Nah.
I yeah, I do think Carissa, in terms of appeal, needs to get knockouts, and people get mad because when I say that, and she just wins by a dominant UD, people say, "Oh, you're basically telling the fans that she's not good enough." But if she wants to sell, she needs to knock people out, and if she wants the attention,
But Fred, can I ask you a question?
yes,
What's
please.
more important? What's
Yes,
more important? And this could be a debate. What is more important, knockouts or accomplishments?
the accomplishments.
I mean, Amanda
There
has,
you go.
she's a 7, like what, 8 weight division champ?
We not disputing that. I just asked. Yeah, Carissa might not be knocking people out, right? But
Mhm.
them accomplishments is everything.
I mean,
You
Amanda
know what I'm
got just as
saying?
many accomplishments though. Like, I don't understand. Like,
She wants the
No, I
money
get it.
though.
No, I get it.
Carissa wants the money in America, right? How you gonna sell? How you gonna promote her in America? Because I mean, at the end of the day, she doesn't want to go to London and fight. She
she
wants to fight in America.
she says things that make people cringe.
Mm.
A lot of this, like, she says a lot of things. Like, she posted a tweet the other day about buying her boyfriend all of his jewelry and his Rolex.
Yeah, that was kind of
And
weak.
I was like,
That
if
was
I
corny.
was her man, I'd be highly irritated.
Yeah, that was corny. That was mad corny.
Like,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
and I'm, that's just me. I would never do that. I would never I would never tell the social media world what I bought for my man. Like, what?
Right.
You know, like, it
Right.
she just makes people like be like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Am I supposed to like her?
Right.
Like, I'll never fight on a Jake Paul undercard, but then you're all in his DMs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, that's the word on the street.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just from being around today, like, she was in the DMs wanting to fight on the card.
She's done some. I mean, excuse me, Jake Paul, by the way, is doing. He's playing by his own rules, man.
Yes, he is.
He's
Yes,
playing,
he is.
and I like it. I like it. I like how he knows nothing. You know what I mean? I like how he's just navigating and getting the information. You know what I mean? As opposed to me, I would be more methodical because I believe I know something. Oh, he's just running through stuff. He literally was on the DS with Eddie Heard. Put that in perspective. His family got 50 years experience.
Right. Now,
He got 2 years.
It was so funny, right? Because I was standing there while we were at the in Wall Street on the floor, on the trading floor, the stock exchange today, right? And Amanda and Katie rang the
That's
bell.
beautiful. That's dope.
Yeah, it was dope. And Eddie like looked Jake Paul like up and down like this, like, and I was dying, like the shade. He was just like looking at him like, like,
Right.
I was like, he's really in his head. He's like, this motherfucker doesn't know shit.
Right. He's just out there just having a good time. And Jordan says, accomplishments don't sell pay-per-views. Knockouts do.
Yeah, I mean,
He not wrong.
Yeah.
He not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like my thing is like with Clarissa, I remember Dimitri Salita. I don't know if she's still with Salita,
I
right?
believe so. I saw them together.
He brought on this girl Alvina, who was working with Big Baby, like as his publicist or something. And he brought her on to kind of like groom Clarissa, like get herself together,
More glammed up, sure.
you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know what she was telling or whatever, but it's just like something about like, and it's just not me, it's just everyone says it, like it's just something just rubs people the wrong way. And she's honest and she speaks her truth, and whatever the case may be, but sometimes it's like like, I mean, we know you're good. We know you could box. We know that I mean, you should believe in yourself, right? Like, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. But it's just something like kind of, I don't know, man. Should we tell her to humble herself? I don't know. Like, I don't know. But it's just some of the stuff she says, like, I'll beat Keith Thurman. I'll beat Sean Porter. Like, come on, sis. Come on, sis. Like let's just live in reality for a second. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see Amanda popping shit about nobody.
No,
Like,
her trainer though.
but Amanda, it don't matter.
And her promoter now.
She doesn't. She doesn't
Jake, that's his
pop
job.
shit at all. Even Katie Taylor. She don't pop shit about nobody. She's respectful. She humble, and they're making the most money. So the excuse of saying shit talk, sells tickets, and no, it doesn't. Not all the time.
Right. I get that.
Sometimes when
It's
you're a
enough. What
humble
you know,
person
true
and you're
enough.
gracious, it gets you so much further in life.
And being able to being a great communicator is knowing how to speak to everybody.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like if you get two sentences, you got to make those two sentences applicable to you, Thomas, you, Sarah, and me, Fred, and still hold your integrity and everything. And that's an art form, and very few people have it, as it pertains to that. So, hey, so what are your thoughts on Keith Thurman and them using 10-ounce gloves? They're not fighting at 54, but they're using 10-ounce gloves.
Are you serious?
Well,
Yeah,
I just want to say shout out to the Queen Alvina. I miss you, Queen. Love you. Hope all is well. That's my homegirl. It's funny you brought her up. I haven't
Is
talked to
she
her
in
in a
here?
while. I don't know, but shout out to her. I love her.
Oh, okay.
Yo, that's crazy about them gloves. This is the first time I'm hearing it, like right now. But
yeah.
I listen. I was in the gym. I was in the gym yesterday. We was talking. People was talking about because I got a brand new pair of gloves and shit. That shout out to Everlast sent me a whole new kit and shit. And they put them on. They were 10 ounces, but they felt small. And I was like, yeah, I used to fight at 47, and my big ass used to wear these little baby ass gloves, right? And I said, yo, that's why people talk about the welterweights being so dangerous. Why? Because they're the biggest fighters that could wear the smallest gloves. So that's like that's a mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know what side of the fence it's a mind fuck. I don't know if Barrios, who has probably the most mind fucking great like Virgil Hunter is like a goat. I love Virgil Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
he's
think
such a
everyone
good
does.
trainer, great teacher, such
Just as a
a
guy.
great, you feel me? As a human being, as a teacher, he's a teacher. You got like trainers and teachers and coaches. He's a teacher, right? So shout out Virgil Hunter, but he will get, he'll make you believe more than what he could show you how to throw a correct jab. You know what I'm saying? And that's not discrediting his teaching. You feel me? But he'll just make you believe. So is Keith Thurman got them thinking, oh, he's on the you know what I'm saying? Some funny shit going on. Why we want these big gloves?
Right.
Or is Keith Thurman, does he really give a fuck about 8 or 10 ounce gloves and just trying to mind fuck? You feel me? So like I don't know. I don't know how to take that, but that's pretty weird though. And they're fighting in Vegas, and Sarah, you could probably elaborate better. Vegas, I think, has a pretty tough commission. I've never dealt with them, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe they will or will not allow it. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I think
No,
that's
they are
pretty whack.
allowing it.
They are going to allow it? But now let
Yeah,
me
but
ask you
that's
this
I
though,
just
Fred.
don't understand. Like, why would you want to wear
This though,
10-ounce
Fred.
gloves?
because Mario
Where is the
is
fight at?
Mario.
Fight at?
That's a promoter's favorite.
Where is the fight at? 47?
47. It's at 47, or they may make it at 48 now.
Like I don't know,
47
is it
plus
at
1.
48 and 49? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I think that's a little,
a Louis the Cooper's
yeah.
fighter. So you know all about Louis. Yeah, you're a Louis the
Shout out
Cooper's
Louis the
guy.
Cubis, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
I know,
Louis the
but
Cubis, man.
Louis the Cooper's is in
That's my
Vegas
guy.
now. So and he wants every advantage for his fighter. And 10-ounce gloves, first fight at 47. They gonna re-sign the contract at 48 because they may get backlash tomorrow or something like that through media. So they'll just make it at 48. They'll make the fight 48 probably, and just end all and just end everything. But if it's for a title eliminator, it got to be at 47. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So we'll see.
You're right about that.
Yeah, they're
I don't
protecting
know. That's a weird one. But I don't know who they protecting. I mean, at the end of the day, right?
Mario.
At the end of the day, and yeah, but what? Oh, they're protecting Barrios. Why protecting him from what?
That's the Louis
Listen,
the
I
Cooper
think
fighter.
Barrios. But so is Keith Thurman. That don't. They all in the same thing. What do you call it? Bro, I think Barrios is gonna put.
You think Barrios? Sarah, Miss T is on you. Serafina, I am over here cracking up because you saying it without saying it. Tactfully, nice, nasty. I hear you, Queen.
I mean, it's my truth. You know what I mean? It's how I feel. It's not a fact. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Mm-hmm. But I'll say it again. Clarissa's a great fighter. I'm not taking that away from her.
Yeah. I'm keeping it real. I'm tired of Keith Thurman. Like, I'm so done with him. Like, oh man.
You buying that fight though, huh? You gonna buy that fight?
Hell no. I'd rather spend on a steak. Hell, I told you I'm going to get a ribeye Saturday night. I might go to Fleming's. Fleming's got the best potatoes ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so but yo, Fred, that's gonna be an interesting rumble. Yo, Barrios can fight, bro.
Yeah, Barrios can fight.
He can fight. Barrios can fight, bro. Yeah, he's a smaller. He's a smaller big guy. Make sense? Like, obviously, when I say smaller, we talking fight at 140. You feel what I'm saying? You got that frame. Keith Thurman been out for 2 years, almost 3 years? Three something years, right? He fought Manny Pacquiao in 2000, and it was before COVID. So we talking 2019. I'm saying it's a rough fight to come back from. It's a rough. Come back to. It's a rough fight to come back to.
I mean, Mario Barrios can't get it any better. You know, I mean, you want the biggest fight of your life, man, coming off a 2-year layoff. We know he gets up to 190 pounds. You know what I mean? But he got stopped by a midget, man. And as good as Keith Thurman is, I mean, as good as Tank Davis is, I've seen him. When you have every physical advantage and you can't take advantage of it, you can't beat Keith Thurman. Like, you just can't. You just can't. I just think that, you know, and Keith Thurman always has his problems in the middle of the rounds because he got gas tank issues, but he gonna pull it out. He'll pull it out, and you know, I just can't see putting it on pay-per-view with two guys losing. You know what I mean? Losing their fights coming in, and it's pay-per-view. I think that's so disrespectful. I think it's ultra disrespectful.
So I can't really, you know, me personally, I can't elaborate onto why, you know, they're doing pay-per-view and stuff like that. But Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying, is who he is. He could sell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can sell. He's very entertaining.
Let's see if they sell.
People were looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, his return and the press conference and the whole, you know, what do you say today? Something about the division was whack. I'm back. Or we say I'm back. The division was whack or some dumb shit, right? He's weird. He's strange and shit. But yeah, and you know, so I'll put it like this: I don't ever mind a pay-per-view if you love boxing, but you know, with a strong undercard, you know what I mean, like Leo Santa Cruz. You feel me? It's like the tank opponents reunion. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And all that. But listen, I can't really get into the pay-per-view thing. I'm a huge boxing fan, so I'm gonna buy it.
That shit ain't selling. I honestly don't want it to sell, because if that sells, they're gonna keep on feeding us BS. You know what I mean? Like, we'll never get, if just think hypothetically, it ain't do it. Let's say this fight does 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Man, they gonna stick Keith Thurman in there with somebody we don't want to see.
Facts.
Oh, we just keep him lateral until he gets to 200,000. When he gets to 200,000, then we'll put him in. And then Keith got 2 checks, so he gonna go high for 2 years. You know what I mean? Then gonna come back and say, one time is back for the third time. You know what I mean? And I'm here to get the belts, all the belts. I'm still a champion. You know, I'm just tired of his story, man. Like, I'm tired.
So why are you not a Keith Thurman fan?
Because he keeps on leaving and coming back. He's like the dude that tells his son, I'm gonna pick you up Saturday morning, and never shows up. Like he's had 2 fights in 4 years, 3 fights in 4 years. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm just
but Fred, let me kind of
yes.
mention something though.
Yeah, please.
Right, mental health issues is real. Mental health problems real. You feel what I'm saying? Like I will say that, and I'm not gonna discourage or discredit the man and put his business out there because I don't know him from Adam. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Mental health is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mental health is real, and I get it. I'm not giving him an excuse. I get what you're saying, especially when you're in the prime. When he was in the prime of his career, I get that. And injuries, we can't. You know what I'm saying? We can't help or do anything about injuries. It just happens. You feel me? But what I will say is, you know, I mean, if you're a fighter, you're a fighter.
Man, let me say something.
I
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have cut you off. That was wrong.
No, you good, bro.
No, that was totally wrong. But I just think Keith Thurman, like Earl Spence. Hey, what Eddie Murphy say? My bus flipped over 17 times. Earl Spence's car flipped over 17 times. The man was back in 14 months, dog. Like, I need to see receipts from your shrink. I need to see receipts. Like, I need you post everything else. I need to see a receipt of you going into your shrink's office, because if he ain't, he's basically Ryan Garcia. They use that, man. It's like when promoters tickets don't sell. Oh, COVID. Yeah. You know what I mean? All these local shows are canceling because the tickets aren't selling. You know, so I'm from St. Louis right now. You got to show me, man. You got to show me.
I feel that, and I feel that, and I'm reading a lot of comments. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about, you know, the whole, you know, I have it and shit like that. I get it, and peace and blessings, you know what I mean, upon everybody. You feel me? And I get it. But that shit's real, especially for a boxer, because I highly doubt anybody in this chat is a fighter. You feel me? Right. It's different. Fred, it's different.
I know.
You in the game. I'm sure you make some bread off this business, bro. Fighting is, and I say this with respect. You feel me? Is different. It's different. It's embarrassing.
Talk about your moment of depression, or if you ever had the battle.
Bro, of course. I was not knocked out in front of, I think we peaked at 718 million people in 2 minutes and a couple seconds. The fight lasted, bro.
Against Laura?
You feel me? My against Laura, yeah. You feel me? That's damn near 1 million people in 2 minutes. That would have broke 1 million easily. I would think so, at least that would watch it and, you know, hi, and you feel me? It was so early. You feel me? And yeah, bro, that shit's real. That shit is real. Like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You think different. My 3-year-old was right there, first row. You feel me? Like, it's different. My fiance is different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's you're supposed to get a pat on the back. You're supposed to get kissed on your cheek and be told it's okay. Nah, I'm in the hospital with my father. It's different, bro. It's different. People don't care. They don't give a fuck. And that's cool. They're not supposed to. This is entertainment, unfortunately. It's not a sport, it's entertainment. And fighters know what they're getting themselves into. That's why you're basically signing your little fucking, you're signing your death, I mean, what's the word? Like, you're signing a contract. Basically, if you die, oh well. This is what you sign up for.
Yeah. I think Keith had a front lace.
A what?
A front lace.
What do you mean?
Like, I think he had a wig on.
Oh, shit.
A lace front.
A lace front. A lace front. I think he had a lace front. Front lace. A lace front. So the reason why is because how do you use your hairline and your hair at the same time?
God damn it.
Lace front. You get what I'm saying? Like, how does that happen in real life? Huh? How does that happen? I went bald right here and I just cut it off. But the motherfucker lost it.
Bro, my hair all fucked up. I can't talk about hair, man. So I don't even give a fuck about hair. Hair don't win fights. He did say that
Yeah,
nut shit
yeah.
because
Hair don't
I'm a
win
new
fights. You're right.
me.
You're right.
I'm
Hair don't
a
win
new
fights.
me. I'm this. I'm that. That's dumb. And people, you know what I'm saying? That's all. You feel me? I get that. You feel me? That's whack. That's corny. That's just trying to sell. I get that. I get it. The only and people saying we're giving them excuses. No, we're not giving excuses at all. 100%. We're not giving excuses. You feel me? We're not giving excuses. The man should fight and shit. You know what I mean? I get all that.
Terrible, man.
I'm
$75
just
though.
saying the shit's real. I mean that's
Man,
a little steep. I'm not gonna disagree with that. That's a little steep.
$75? That's $80.
That's a little steep. That's a little steep. I
I'd
will
rather
say
eat
that.
that, dog. Nah, see, I got a cell phone, and if someone DMs me and say, Fred, this is a good fight, I'll click a link and I'll watch it, you know. But I'm gonna be at the restaurant. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not spending $75 on Keith Thurman when I could buy a steak and some potatoes and some asparagus.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? I can't do it, dog. I can't, man. I can't. Not when the man just plays hide and seek by himself. You know, like I just can't, man. And what's up, Kyle?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
What's up?
What's
Thomas
up?
there.
What up?
So
What up?
Shield versus Serrano. Thomas, how you like that?
Oh,
At 140.
Shield,
Catch
wait,
weight 140.
You said what? Shields versus Serrano?
At 143. At 143.
I mean, that would never happen, but
I know.
saying if it was like
punch on her, she would beat the shit out of
you
Serrano.
said, but they're saying at the same weight.
At the same
If
weight.
it was the same weight.
Oh, let's say if they were the same weight. Skill versus skills.
The skill. I mean, yeah, you still. I'm rocking with Shields. It's dog. It's grit. It's different. Like she got that
dog grit. Amanda's all dog and grit.
Yeah,
that's all she is.
But she's so small. I just don't.
We're talking same weight though. Like you can't think about
we just
the weight.
Talking skill versus skill. Skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills, right? Yeah, right. I'm still rocking with Clarissa Shields.
All right, I'm gonna put it like this, right? You got the three-headed monster in women's boxing right now, right? You got Clarissa Shields, you got Katie Taylor, you got Amanda Serrano. Those are the three real like top females right now. If you said top three, those are the top three by far. All right. Katie Taylor, she's a good fighter, right?
She can rumble. She could definitely rumble.
She still fights a little amateurish, like she throws flurry punches. You know what I mean? And she backs off. Flurries and backs off, right? But she doesn't have the punching power. Now, Clarissa, she's got the skill as far as boxing ability, right? She's a great boxer. You know, she'll box your socks off all night, but she doesn't have the power. She's not getting girls out of there, all right?
You said Clarissa, right? You talking about Clarissa, right?
I said Clarissa, yeah. She's not getting the girls out of there. Amanda has the package, yo. She could box and she could punch. She's the package. Point blank, period. I'm just basing it on facts. This is just a fact. This is
no bias.
No bias. I'm not biased at all. I promise you. I'm just basing it purely off of fact. That's it. She's getting them out of there. She could box. You know what I mean? Like, to me, she's number one. And I if that fight were to ever happen, like let's say 145, I would give Amanda the edge just based off of skill for skill.
Wow.
I think she
because I've seen her. Like I've seen her, I've been around her. I know how she trains. I know the dedication. I know the focus is different. That girl is a different animal. I don't even see men training the way this girl trains. For real.
So how about this?
I'm gonna go with what she said though. I'm gonna go with what the lady said herself. She picked Clarissa Shields. Herself. So I got to go with the person that picked the other person. When they asked her who's the pound for pound, all this, she said Clarissa Shields. She didn't say herself. So I'm gonna go with who she said was the pound for pound queen of boxing. So I'm going with Clarissa Shields.
I would like to see the fight. I would like to see it.
I think that they both lose on some real shit.
Well, Carissa fights this weekend, and this is great promotion for her fight. She's fighting on Boxer. I think we got to order it or something like that. I'll buy Carissa Shields fight before I buy Keith Thurman's, dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know what you can do with $79? You know how many different things you can do with $79?
You can do a lot. You can do a lot. You know what I mean? You can do a lot. It's yeah, man. If I know you're gonna buy the Keith Thurman fight because you're real excited, Thomas. But
I just be, man. Listen,
hey, you got a wedding to pay for, man. You better save them ducats.
Hey, man, shout out to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas, man. I'm cool.
Oh, okay. So they paid you well over there.
I'm good. Listen, man. I love boxing. I ain't got shit to do on Saturday. You feel me? Except for watch some damn fights, man.
Right.
That's all. That's
How long
all.
were you signed? How long were you signed to Al Heyman?
Believe it or not, it was never on paper. It was all that ass. It was never on paper. They gave me everything that they said that they would. Coming off losses, getting into a world title. It's magic. It's like some freak shit. But people like Rick Glazer hates it because he don't benefit off it.
Gotcha.
What do you, if you got any regrets, what is one of your regrets as it pertains to your career?
Damn. If I had any, okay, I tell you what, not signing with Al Heyman. 2000. It was before I fought Antoine. Not signing with Al Heyman when he went on a slew way before PBC even started. Steve Breadman Edwards. I don't know if you ever talked to Breadman or whatever.
Yeah, he comes on.
He can co-sign. He called me up, called my trainer at the time. I signed, yo, Al signing mad fighters. Get on it now because there's gonna be some goofy shit. I ended up signing with goddamn Russell Peltz like an idiot.
Who'd you sign with?
Russell Peltz.
Russell Peltz. Because he was the local promoter. I'm in New Jersey. You feel me? I'm in Jersey. I'm what they call a ticket seller, you know what I mean, in Atlantic City, right? He had a long standing deal at Bally's. That was my regret. Honestly, shit. I don't know if it's not actually signing with Al, like signing, or signing with Russell. I don't know what the fuck was worse, to be honest. Dead ass.
Either way, it's not with Al.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but luckily for me, Louis DeCubas and I, that's been my boy since Louis is young. He's only a couple years older than me. I've met him. The first time I met him was, I think the first time I met him was, ironically, it was when Lara fought Paul Williams in Atlantic City. On that undercard, and it was when I met him, and then maybe within the same year or I don't know, definitely less than a year later, I was in Vegas. Doing some training and just doing whatever. And we went to dinner. It was me, my best friend Frank Steyer, Brad Gilman, matchmaker at Top Rank, Louis,
right.
and then and Rick Reno, who owns Boxing Scene or owned Boxing Scene. I don't even know if he but
sold
Boxing
it.
Scene, Rick Reno. Yeah. So and if that's not, I don't know if it's luck or if that's not just a blessing right there. You feel me? And ever since then, all of them, every single one of them, of the people I just mentioned, showed me nothing but mad love throughout my whole career. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forwarding all the way up until Jorge Cota, right? When I fought Jorge Cota, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget. I fought that fight. I lost. And I'll never forget. I walked back and Louis was there. Said, bro, don't, you know what I mean? I'll get you another fight. Don't, you know what I mean? You'll be back. Don't worry about it. Came back. They put me on against this kid, Brian Mendoza, on FS1. Me and probably 90% of the boxing world thought I won that fight. Whatever happened, it didn't go my way. A year later, I'm fighting for the world title. They never broke their promise. One thing for sure, two things for certain. They don't lie to you. They will tell you exactly what it is. That's all I can say. That's why I'm such a pro PBC and pro all that, bro. They actually do give a fuck about their fighters. So when Rick talking about, the 20 that's on TV, praise them, but the 230, whatever he said, you know what I mean, ain't saying shit. That's bullshit. That's just fucking lies, and this is dumb. I don't want to call it a lie because I don't know for a fact. I don't know what people say, but I find it very hard to believe, bro. Very hard to fucking believe.
Everyone
Very
has
hard to
their own
believe.
individual experience.
Yep. That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Why not Top
Everybody
Rank
does have something.
or DAZN when they came to America? Why did you not even entertain that?
I told Carm already to go fuck himself.
You told Carl. Why'd you tell Carl already to go fuck himself?
It was funny as shit. I've been on like the business side of boxing as well. I started as a booking agent. You know what I mean? Like, just if I know somebody, if I could try to make a fight, I'll do it. I'll never forget the first one I ever made. It was on a top ranked card. I don't even know who I put. I forget. I think the fighter was like Camilo Perez, who ended up being an opponent, right? And it was on like a Yorgos Gamboa undercard in Atlantic City. So this was when he was with them, and he was a prospect and shit. And I made the fight. Everything was good. I thought I was entitled to credentials. I was like, no, I don't want tickets. I want fucking credentials. Well, we're not giving them to you. Well, go fuck yourself then. And I swear I don't want to swear on my kid, but I swear on everything I love to this day, I never remember saying that. But Carl Moretti, Brad Goodman, my dad, I'm sorry, Bruce Champler, they all told me I did that. And since then, I've fought on multiple top-ranked cards throughout my career, but they've never signed me mainly for that. Despite skills, whatever they think that they could do with me, whatever, I told Carl Moretti to go fuck himself.
Right.
Don't do that dumb shit.
Sometimes you gotta tell them that.
Yeah, for facts. And funny thing, that's why I tell people that. That's why that's why Bob and I have a good relationship. Because I told him, you ain't gonna do that to me. You can't talk to me that way. Period. And I use choice words, and we've been cool ever since. You know what I mean? Like you got to stand up for yourself in this game. You know what I mean? Like you got to. It's just a must, man. Like you cannot. When you sign your name, it can't say integrity. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're signing your integrity away, you know? So I think more fighters need to stand up. And by the way, I know we're closing down. What will it take for the fighters to understand their power? Sarah and I talked about this. Well, and now we got a fighter. You've had 36 fights. What will it take?
What will it take for the fighters to understand
cut the middleman out.
power?
Cut Rick Glazer out. Cut Al Heyman out. Cut Bob Arum out. Cut Eddie Hearn out. How do we cut them out of boxing?
We need more people. Like, shout out to my guy Adrian Clark, AC from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, Sarah. You know AC?
No.
Y'all know AC?
He works. Him and Jolene are real tight. He works with main events a lot.
Shout out to AC. AC came up with a document, right? It was a boxer managerial document that was 110% pro fighter, and fighter. So it's really okay when I shout out to AC, right? But you gotta get more people like AC in the game, right? To give game to the fighters, right? To give game to the fighters, of what's really going on. I think fighters, right? I think fighters should, in order to get a license, bro. There's an old saying, right, in boxing, and I can only speak for Jersey because I know the numbers. Any jerk off with $25 can become a licensed manager in New Jersey. Okay,
right.
Any you know what I mean. The New Jersey Commission requires an amateur, some amateur fights to turn pro, and and get your federal ID in New Jersey because we do have one of the best commissioners, and I'm not like sugarcoating. I mean, Larry Hazard's a bona fide Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? He's like not like a small duck. You feel me? Yeah, like he's not like a shitty duck. You feel me? So we have a pretty good commission. I think maybe just like these whack ass booking agents. I think they should be banned from boxing, right? Just like I think judges and managers or referees and anybody that's officiating should have some type of fighting background. I think that they should pass exams, and I'm not talking medicals. I don't know for 100% fact if fighters get dilated eye exams every 6 months. I don't know for a fact. I want
Judges need
to.
eye exams too.
Yeah. I don't know for a fact. I
Okay.
don't know for a fact if that's not taking place. I have to look into that. But if it's not, I think that they should. You know what I'm saying? But I also getting back to like the whole, your question. I think exams need to be taken. Like you gotta pass tests to drive. You gotta pass a CDL to drive that 18-wheeler. You gotta know about some shit that you're talking about. If you gonna go in on the World Wide Web and talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like pride is crazy. You gotta know what the fuck you're talking about, right?
Right.
So I think fighters should take exams as well, you know what I'm saying, to learn the game. I think the Ali Act is too fucking big. I think it should be dummy proof for
There's
fighters. And
ways
that's not
around
Like Al Heyman
there's
is
a
the
way what the Ali
advisor.
Act.
that. Exactly. And
Okay.
he's
Right.
paying other promoters to promote his
Okay.
shows.
Okay. Well,
To use their
for an
license, basically.
well, for an example, like the situation that Chris Algieri had with Joe DeGuardia before he fought Pacquiao, or was it Spence, where he didn't know the total package the promoter was getting paid, and he was paying Chris Algieri, where that number was, I'm almost positive. Now, Sarah, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong. That number was exponentially like way like Chris was entitled to more money per their contract, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, I just think there's more game that these fighters should know that they're entitled to know. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just think these fighters are entitled to know the ins and outs and the money's in and all that good shit. So, Fred, I guess to answer your question is, you know what I mean? Eliminate the jerk offs by giving exams or kicking them out, banning them. Like everybody's quick to ban someone for betting on for I don't know what's his name. What's the baseball player name that bet on himself or some shit? Pete Rose or some shit.
Ronnie, Pete Rose.
Pete Rose. Okay, they're quick to ban him out. You know what I'm saying for cheating. Man,
Mhm.
people gotta be quick to get booted the fuck out for making money off people's lives if they just, you know what I'm saying, doing it because it's the easy come up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know,
I think a lot of the times, fighters, they don't want to have, like, they want to focus solely on boxing and not so much the business of it. So that's why they trust in managers and promoters to handle all the other things that they don't know about. And I mean, they should take the time to try to find these things out and do all this. But you're talking about kids that might not have, might not be educated. You know what I mean? Might not even know how to do the research or want to even know. They just want to box. They don't want to be bothered with the business of it. I think that happens a lot of the time too. Like, I think that might have happened with Anthony and Lamont. Like, they don't want to be bothered with the business. They just want to fight, and they put trust in somebody to handle their business and hopefully it works out. But, I do think the information is available, if they want, Google, and also, like, fighters, we're in the age of social media.
Right. Right.
You have so much power at your fingertips, to just promote yourself. You know what I mean? So, like, a lot of fighters get signed based off of their followers. Like, oh, he has such and such amount of followers. He could put asses in the seat. Can't really fight, but you know what I mean? Like fighters really do hold the power already. They just might not even know it.
yes, they do. Like, what's his name? Sarah, can I just give you an example? What's that dude? What's that dude name that couldn't fight? Mike Lee. He was on the Subway commercial. He couldn't fight for dick, bro. He was fucking ass and got all that hype and all that praise for being on a goddamn Subway commercial. You feel me? And it's just like people, like fighters. No, sorry, that's a great point. Fighters do have the power. They just don't know how to use it because they feel
They don't know. Yeah.
they don't know how to. You feel me? They just don't know how. Fred, like, yo, it's different. It's hard, bro. It's like that's why it's funny. I tried fucking around with the whole YouTube, starting a little podcast thing right when COVID started because, like, what the fuck else are we gonna do, right? And I gotta talk some shit. I gotta talk some boxing. And the first topic I had, right? First topic I had was, let's see who the real managers are in boxing. Now that we're in a pandemic now. The shit
Right.
is
Yeah.
real. There's no bread. There's no fights. There's no whatever. What managers got their fighters set up where they don't even need to fight on some real shit?
Mhm.
what fighters is cool right now, or what fighters like me is on the back of a Goya truck throwing some fucking, you know what I mean, throwing some shit around in some stores. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying, like shit's real. Shit was real. That's why like that was my first topic. You know what I mean? Sometimes there are some good managers and advisors or whatever out there, and they do right. You feel me? But boxing is a poor man's sport. Inside the ring and outside the ring. Some people just don't got it to give a fuck enough.
Right. Boom says, I hate to admit it, but follow Jake Paul's blueprint. Put YouTube channels out and share every day, enough to get a huge following. You know, Jake Paul's the man, man. Jake Paul is the
But that
man
also
right
takes
now.
energy, right? That takes
Yeah.
energy out of your day. It does,
Right.
you know what I mean? It
Right.
takes energy, and a lot of fighters, they're fucking tired, yo.
Mhm.
You know, Thomas will tell you, I'm sure, he get up in the morning, go run, and if you have kids, you got to take kids to school. Then you got to, you know, go to the boxing gym. Then you got to eat, right? Don't forget to eat, and then do your other workout, whether it's like strength and conditioning or whatever. You get home, you're fucking tired, yo. Like, you don't, last thing you want to think about is worrying about the social media and, you know, all the other stuff. That's why you hire a team to do it for you, because boxing is a full-time job. Being a boxer is a full-time job as it is. To have to market yourself on top of that is like, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you could disagree with me, Thomas, if you want to.
She's giving you permission to.
No, it's hard. Listen, no, it's hard, but I be reading the comments. You know what I mean? I like to, I like to engage and shit. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come crazy or say some dumb shit or some beautiful shit, I express. I mean, nobody's ever.
So what they're saying is, see, I'm an Al Heyman now detractor. I liked him in the beginning, right? And so they're on my helmet because see, I know so many things that I can't disclose to them because I talk to fighters every day. You understand? And whether they call me, text me, DM me, whatever, we just communicate. And they are, and that's why I told you, Thomas, everybody has their own story, you know? And when I've spoken to a handful, if not 10 fighters, maybe 15 fighters, you know, and that are under the PBC banner that can't get fights, you know, and they're slashing their purses, you know. So and so in 2022, I don't see Al Heyman the same as I did in 2018.
I think he took on too much.
Yeah, it's too.
He took on too many fighters. You can't keep everybody happy. You know, it's just impossible, and you don't have the dates to put everybody on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, yeah, it's just you just can't. Like, I know a few fighters actually that were with Al that, you know, asked for releases. You know, that were just like, I'm not fighting.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, you know, the ones that Al likes, man, they're happy.
Yeah, but they still only fighting once a year. They're not gonna listen. See, I've been meaning to do this show. I got tax bills on my dining room table. When you fighting once a year and you got to pay your property tax,
right?
Man, shit ain't no joke, man. That shit is no joke, man. And fighting once a year in your prime.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
You know, it's hard, you know. And so
Are you talking about like 4 and 6 round fighters, or like world elite?
No, yeah, like world champions and former world champions and so on and so forth.
He moves the guys that he wants to move. Like, I'll say it again, Vito Malnicki, right?
And that's bull. I'm like, that shit annoys me. That shit annoys me. How does Al sold him that date? You had to sell him that. Hey, by the way, right side. I open it up to it. So we're not gonna do. I gotta get out of here in 10 minutes. I gotta meet my writing coach at 9:40. But
my homeboy Real Fighter beat the hell out that kid.
Yes. So right side, we're not doing Beemans. I apologize. I should open up the phone lines an hour ago. I just literally forgot because I was thoroughly entertained by y'all and gaining so much information. But that Vito Melanicki shit, dog.
Well, Fred, I will say. Well, hear me out. Let me hear me
Yes.
out.
Uh-huh.
Vito's my little cousin, right?
Oh
So,
shit.
and
Well,
you
he
and
don't
you
deserve
entitled.
that.
You entitled to your opinion, and I get it.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And I get it, and I respect it. And Vito is, you know what I mean, a young fighter who took a L, who legitimately took a L. You know what I'm saying? He legitimately
Didn't rematch
took
him.
a L. And by the way, no. He had every intent
No,
on it.
James was overweight.
Yeah,
He had
didn't
every
fight
intent.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
like that fight got switched at the scale.
Mhm.
That was on
So
purpose.
you know what I'm saying. And by the way,
Coming overweight, we'll give you
by the way,
20,000. We want to protect him. But go ahead, continue. Coming overweight, we got to protect this kid. You know, he just sold
Nah,
3,000 tickets. He just
nah,
sold.
he didn't try that, Fred.
I know.
nah,
know.
nah.
Okay, I'm
He
sorry.
had to fight Joey Spencer.
Yeah.
I know.
Honestly, and Joey, and go up and wait. And anyway, all right. Anyway, right. And by the way, right.
Yeah.
If it's anybody, and I'm on record, and if I'm on, and I told Vito this, both the dad and the son. If anybody's gonna beat him, James Martin, one of the greatest kids I've ever met in my life, and his brother, one of the great, like Jay, bro, one of the greatest people I've ever met. You feel me? So like I was like, it was no, I didn't want Vito to lose. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but if anybody was gonna beat him, I'm not crying that it was James Martin. You feel me? Like that kid has multiple better paydays coming just off of that, and he got, you know what I mean. It's whatever, and that's what it's about. Excuse me, but. So listen, there's no secrets where there's favorites. You know what I'm saying? There's no secrets that it's. I tell everybody, Fred, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Blank. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not
Yeah.
what you know, it's who you know. And
Yeah,
in North Jersey, the kid is, you know what I mean? The kid's
seller.
well known.
Mhm.
Very big ticket seller.
Great story.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I like
great
him
story.
for who he is, not what they want him to be.
What's the story?
High school kid, came out 17. You know, dad is a local promoter. Am I right? Well, dad's a local promoter or something.
He was,
Manager.
yeah, he was.
He
Yeah,
was my former boss's partner at one time.
yeah. So, and he fought on the Shakur Stevens undercard and sold a lot of tickets. And since that fight was on ESPN, everyone took notice. You know, and Al Heyman took notice. And what I believe,
but Fred, I gotta stop you. They took notice of that knockout that he had. It
that
was
too.
beautiful.
That
Went
too.
on Sports Center.
Mhm.
Sports Center. That's deep
Mhm.
for a 17-year-old kid.
It was
Yeah.
ticket sales.
I think Joe Goosen too. I think he should have stayed with Joe Goosen.
Well, he lost with Joe Goosen, so when you lose with
Yes,
a
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Joe Goosen
Guess
didn't
who
train him that fight.
Oh, he
started
did?
training him?
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Oh,
You know
wow.
who
that was
started
his
training
first fight
him,
away
right?
from Joe Goosen.
Well, he didn't want to be in LA
You
no
know
more.
who started
LA was
training
too
him
much
after
for
that,
him.
right?
Yeah, but Fred, he's a kid though. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be too
No,
much for
that's why
18-year-old kid.
that's why I said, Thomas, I like him for who he is, not what they
Yeah,
making him to be. He ain't that. They stopped the fight in the 10th round because they wanted a knockout on this thing. That kid was so far from being stopped. That kid was so far from being, they intentionally stopped that fight, man. So I just think he's a good kid that has a lot to learn. And when you see people like, okay, I'm gonna go through the list. You got Tony Harrison, you got Jared Hurd, you got Erickson Lubin, you got and I'm gonna miss a whole bunch, so I'm gonna stop there. You got Laura, you got all these, you got these guys at 122, you got Gary Russell, you got Gary Russell's brothers. When you see this kid get a main event, you talk about disrespect. That's
but Fred.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Fred, let me.
It was on
You talk.
Christmas, though.
Yeah, I know, and honestly, and it was on Christmas, and it was all good, right? But so two things. One, you're talking about Vito makes a lot of money, quality 6 figures. Sarah, you can't, you know what I mean? Quality 6 figures now. You know what I mean? For being what he is.
Vito
Son,
Jr.
yeah,
He makes 6 figures now.
quality. Look it up.
Mm.
Quality. I'm
Good
not
for
saying
him.
he's not a millionaire. I'm not saying that, but quality. Okay. we talk about two different tax brackets with Vito Melnicki and every single fighter you just mentioned. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Jared Hurd only, you know what I mean? It's just different. And Fox only does pay certain amount of money and stuff. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying though, but I also think, you know, it's not. I don't think it's fair to criticize the kid for what his team is doing for him, right? They're putting him in a beautiful position to make a fuckload of money at 18, 19 years old, whatever he is, right? Beautiful position, okay? And I know I forget the figure, but I know it was over 1 million people watched the fight and viewed him.
Sure.
And because it was Christmas, it was brilliant. I thought it was the dumbest idea in the world because nobody would sell. But I'm thinking of being a club promoter.
Oh my God, that was
Nick
so
DeLumba. Yeah, I get it. I get it, and I get it. But you want to know what, Sarah? At the end of the day, we're comparing. Yeah, he was the main event on Fox, right? But there's been worse. I'm sure there's been worse. Yeah, I can't on top of my head.
Yeah, we don't want to compare it to the worst. I just,
you feel me?
It's just when you sign fighters and they ride with you from 2014, and you got a guy who's willing to pay you for a fight for a date, and he's willing to take the loss on the ticket sales. I mean, that's basically what happened. Whatever it was, whatever they negotiated, it relieved Al Heyman of some fiscal responsibility. But when you got guys riding with you from 2014, 2015, and you choose this guy, like it's kind of funny to me. It's funny business to me, you know.
It sounds like how people feel about Jake Paul. Like, you know, like you got these kids that have been working all their life to get to this opportunity, and here comes this YouTuber that takes all the shine.
Because it comes down to it's the numbers game, Sarah. You know that. It's not. Listen, every single fighter in the world had the same opportunity. Nobody knew when I turned pro. I knew nothing about YouTube and what the fuck it would be 11 years later. Okay, you know what I mean? Jake Paul did. I'm not saying however long it's been, but he took full advantage of it, and all these damn TikTokers and Instagram, whatever the hell it is, right? But at the end of the day, you know, the YouTube thing just fell in Jake's lap, and he ran with it, and Logan Paul as well, because you know what I mean. You know, let's not forget about the brother. You know what I'm saying? Took it and ran with it, and getting into boxing, whatever the fuck spiked their interest in getting in the boxing. You feel me? And they brought the platform.
That shit is all the way disgusting, man. How the hell you get in the ring with Foy? All this shit is all the way disgusting, man. You build your brand and you hand it to a guy like that. I don't give a fuck about the money. Floyd Mayweather, you don't hand your brand over to a YouTuber, dog. You don't
but
do
what
that.
Brand? But Fred, what brand? That's Floyd Mayweather, the most iconic person in the world.
Yes, you don't give it to Logan Paul. You don't give Logan Paul that opportunity.
He didn't give nothing. But Fred, he didn't give nothing to Logan Paul.
His brand, he fought him.
Mayweather show.
Floyd is about the coins.
Yeah, he's about the coins.
He's about the money. And Logan Paul, that situation brought coins. Point blank.
It wasn't a real fight. It
wasn't a real fight, but it still brought. People still tuned in.
So Fred, how'd you feel about the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight then? It's an MMA fighter making his pro debut.
We actually talked about that yesterday. It was a circuit. Man, when y'all coming back, man? I gotta go talk to my shrink. When y'all coming back? AKA my writer. My writer. You know, me and Keith Thurman got the same shrink. You know what I mean?
I fucking hate that guy.
Keith Thurman?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I want to continue this conversation, but I gotta be on this. I gotta be on this Zoom at 9:40.
Calling you a hater because you say you hate him. I said I like Clarissa Shields.
No,
I think
you like Clarissa Shields, yeah.
But they called me a hater. You said I hate that guy.
No. I got a million. Listen, if he had more time, I would share with you. There's
Man.
1,000.
Man, we got to come back, man. We got to come because the conversation finally
Hey,
opened
listen,
up
I'll
where we
DM you on
disagree on something.
Instagram just how much I just disdain that guy.
Man, Keith Thurman is a fraud at this point, man. Keith Thurman is and I wish I could have got him on the show, man. We were so close to getting him. Keith Thurman knows I have been on different sides of the fence, man. It's woosah.
Listen, I respect anybody who gets in that.
But he's frauding the fans, though. You frauding the fans. You frauding us. You come back and you charging us $75.
And you know what? Just for that, I hope Clarissa does beat up on him.
Yeah. You come back and say $75?
Right.
But
listen,
Dad,
let me tell you how bad that card is.
Clarissa, go get my $75 in blood.
Let me tell you how bad that card is. But before we go, let me tell you how bad that card is.
Go ahead.
2 out of the 3 that's like co-main main event just got knocked smooth out.
That's true.
Right? Man. And then the other guy lost to a guy he was supposed to beat.
Yeah.
The thing about Keith Thurman, once he gets hit in the body, he goes running for the hills. He got hit by Danny Garcia. He went running for the hills. He got hit by Sean Porter. He said, "I'm out of here." That's what he does.
Luis Collazo.
Yeah. And Jessicito Lopez. I mean, come on, give me a goddamn break.
Headshot, right? Yeah, Yeah.
I don't know, dog. There's a lot of anti-PVC going on this side.
Yeah, that's why you got to come back. You got to come back. I'm not anti-PBC. I'm anti who they are in 2022 and 2021. Like I was like you.
Oh, okay,
I was like you. I was like, man, these motherfuckers. Yeah, everybody getting paid. And then when fighters call him like, Fred, man, they offer me $500,000. They done cut my pay by half. I'm like, like these are real conversations that I'll be having. So,
but what about? I'm not gonna hold you out. I know you gotta go. But what about the previous? I don't know who you're speaking about, but we're talking $500,000. Then that's low money. Then that means that it's a higher caliber guy. Then, right? So what about the big money that they was getting for? You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I gotta say that. Hold on. I'm whatever. I agree with you, right? But I'm getting to about Rick Glazer. So that's like the main thing. I'm not trying to bring this clown up no more. But that was I forgot to mention too. You got guys, right? So you got guys, right? That make a fuckload of money for fighting. And like, let's just call Leo Santa Cruz. By the way, before getting put, a great fight against Stank. So everybody could talk about he never fought nobody except for like Mares and
Yeah. No, I called both of them twice.
Okay, so he fought, but he's known for fighting he was like on the undercard. He's one of the few on the undercard of Mayweather Pacquiao fighting a fucking nobody. I get that, and he got paid a stupid amount of money. Rick Glazer is completely against fighters getting paid stupid amount of money for fighting stupid fights. Me, on the other hand, I love it because I'm a pro fighter, first and foremost, period. You can't take that away, right? But now when it comes time to fight somebody, you gotta fight, and Al and them or whoever, Top Rank, Matchroom, Al Haim, whoever it is, maybe a couple dollars more than what they've been getting for the lemons. Then they look at you funny, and then that's why fights don't happen. And also too, what the thing about Rick Glazer is, again, he makes a good amount of his money off of booking fights. And a lot of fighters say, "Oh well, I just got offered. Why would I take your fight for $20,000 when I just got offered $40,000?"
Because he's skimming.
Yeah, they're skimming off the top for sure.
Or even if he is, okay, let's just say he's skimming and it's a $30,000 package, but still the fight over on that side is $40,000. Big fighters going with the, you know what I mean? It's fucking Rick's business up. That's why he hates it. That's why he talks bad about it. That's how I know he's a slime and don't care about fighters. And he shouldn't be advising fighters because he's going in for the low money.
Gotcha.
You can't try to negotiate the most money possible when you're on the other side negotiating least amount of money as possible for the fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's probably negotiating the highest possible, but he's taking his.
Yo, for sure. Oh, for sure. Definitely, for sure.
Well, Sarah put him in his place. He ain't been back since. So shit. She told that motherfucker what it was. He said he could at least call us to Texas or something, hit us up or somewhere. That motherfucker didn't even call us and let us know. We found out by somebody else and shit. He told that motherfucker, "Hey, look, nigga, I'm gonna sue the shit out you."
You got some papers in the mail. That's what happened.
That's what it was. Okay.
Certified mail.
Oh, I respect that.
Oh yeah, we're not playing over here.
Sarah, final words.
Man, hey, shout out Clarissa, man.
Nah.
Hey,
Nah,
this is the biggest promotion. One of the biggest promotions Carissa's gonna get because I'm
shout out Clarissa, man.
It's gonna go. Yeah, for sure.
She could be the GOAT in y'all book. That's cool. She just not the GOAT in mine, but she's a phenomenal fighter. As
you should.
She's a phenomenal fighter. I give her all the credit in the world, but yeah. But shout out Clarissa though. Yeah. That's my ending note on that. I don't want no smoke either.
Well, you gonna get it. You gonna get it.
Listen. I don't want to fight the girl.
No one does. No one does.
Yeah, I don't want to fight her.
No one does.
I'm just, it is what it is. But
hit the like button.
She put in the work. She puts in her work, and she, to her credit, she's put a lot on for women's boxing. Yeah. And brought a lot of attention to the sport. So I'll give her credit for sure, definitely. For everything that she's done, but yeah,
Thomas,
definitely.
You said she's the GOAT, right?
Come again?
Oh man, too funny.
I think so. Let me put it this way, right? I don't call her the GOAT because I really know women's boxing, and I've been in women's boxing, and there were so many women before. Like, women have been fighting since the 17th century. People don't know that. Women's boxing is not a new thing, right? We just haven't gotten the credit up until this point. Like, people are just now really starting to pay attention. So, because I know a lot of the women, have watched a lot of women, like Jessica Rakowski was a beast. Her and Antonio Leonard have a baby together. Like, Jay Prince had her. Beast. Like, she's in the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I know who Lucia Riker is. I know these women. So it's hard for me to, with 11 fights, call this woman the GOAT. 11 fights and 2 knockouts. It's very difficult for me. So that's just my argument with it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much talent there that has been overlooked.
Well, there it is.
But we talking today, though.
It said greatest woman of all time. That's what GOAT stands for. So we're not talking about today.
That's all right. But we talking about right now, though.
Right now, Amanda's my number one. I put Clarissa at number 2. How about that? Because I think Katie Taylor got beat twice by Parsoon, but they gave her the decision.
I thought she lost the first one for sure.
Yeah. So that's fair, right?
Okay.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming in. We had 400 people in here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. They were listening. They were locked in. Thank y'all, man, for coming in here, man. And please come back. Y'all got to come back together. Y'all make a good tag team, and we're going to bring up Chris. Hey, fight week in April. Fight week in April. Sarah, you got to come back, minimum.
Oh, yeah, no. For what, Amanda?
Yeah, Amanda.
Yeah, we should get Amanda on here, too.
Yeah, we should get Amanda on here. That'll be great. Yeah, that'll be great.
So why don't we get? Hold up. Why can't we get Clarissa on here?
Get Clarissa.
Oh, she hates his guts.
Okay.
I think Clarissa don't like me. Clarissa don't like me because I tell her, like, if I disagree with something, I'll say it, and obviously it gets to them. And she just like Clarissa, she likes disagreeing with the antagonist. You get what I'm saying? Like that's her. That's what gets her excited on social media. But I don't dislike her. But if I think that, okay, it was the Raquel Miller fight. I told her, I said, you got to make Raquel Miller your enemy. You got to build that, not make her in. I didn't say that, but you got to build her up. so people want to see the fight.
Right.
And a year later, guess what the guy do? Some guy with some money puts Raquel Miller on the undercard of her fight, but it got canceled because of COVID. And I said, I told you that a year ago. You know, and she was mad at me for that. But I'm gonna root for her. I think her skill set is phenomenal. I like her jab. I would love to see her against these top 5 names that people are throwing
I
up.
want to see the Savannah Marshall fight so bad. I want to. That's going to determine her growth status for me.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
That's going to really like. All right, then I could really have that real conversation.
Yeah, that's gonna be some real hate there.
I might have her like this with Amanda, be like, "Ooh, I don't know about," you know what I mean? Because Amanda, and then if Amanda beats Katie, that's another conversation too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to see how these fights pan out to really see.
Well, Sarah, bring all your girls in the shop, man, so we can. Oh, I don't give a fuck if they 0-1, 1-0.
I got a quick special guest for y'all. Y'all want to see a quick special guest?
Yeah.
Got my little brother here. He preparing for a fight coming up. He can't really talk too much about it, but come here, yo. Come here.
She in New York. She wearing Timberlands right now.
Hey, yo.
She got a Timberland.
Hold on, I got a quick little special guest for y'all. He gonna hurry up over here. He probably came from working out just now. Hurry up!
What, he crawling?
Man, who you gotta bring up on here, man?
I know Devin's in town.
No, it ain't Dev. It ain't Dev.
No, but I know he's in.
That's nephew.
I know he's in town. I know he's in town. I saw him do some videos with
Yeah. Hold on. Coming to you at a rock solid 200.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Junior?
How y'all doing?
How you doing, man?
What's going on with y'all?
Not much, man. I just followed you. I appreciate you coming. You gotta come on it. You talk big shit, man. I gotta have you on. I used to watch your videos all the time in the Mayweather gym, dog. I used to watch them motherfuckers. You gotta come on the show and talk your big shit, man.
Man, I'm ready to do some big things in the sport this year. This is the
That's
perfect
what's
time.
up.
So whenever you're ready to have me, I'm ready.
Next week, I want you all next week, though. We gotta talk some big shit, man. Let's do it. I'll DM you or I'll link up with you and Sarah and we'll do it, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. I totally appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Man, this is Junior, man. This is Rockman Junior, man. In case nobody.
I seen what up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I totally appreciate it.
Undefeated heavyweight contender.
Yeah. Right.
Special coming up. Wait till y'all hear the announcement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's real big. We got something real big coming up. I can tell y'all it's a title fight. So it's my first title fight. Beautiful. So I'm real excited about it. And I'm very excited. It's my first 10-rounder.
I know who it is.
It's the hardest I've ever worked in my life.
That's true.
And I'm ready to show the world that I can fight.
You fighting Big Baby Miller?
Who you think it is?
No, hell no. I know exactly who it is. I ain't gonna say it.
Who is it?
I'll give a hint, but we won't put it.
Go ahead, Kyle. Who is it, Kyle?
His father was also a heavyweight
champion.
So he's fighting another junior.
Oh shit.
So we'll see.
I was gonna say Mac Truck.
Nah,
we're gonna see.
Mac Truck is what?
I know.
You gotta help us out in the chat.
It's Michael Hunter.
Nah.
It's not Michael Hunter. I'm not fighting Michael Hunter.
Close.
I can't tell y'all this.
When you're announcing the fight?
I can't tell y'all this. Mid-February, I believe. Mid-February, we're gonna be announcing. So y'all could, you
gonna fight more.
What the belt start with?
Sit and stew on that.
USBA.
Yeah, sit and stew on that.
It's 10 rounds.
But I can tell y'all that this is gonna be an exciting fight.
You fight Morrison Jr. Good job.
He's gonna be. It's gonna be a definite showdown. It's gonna be in Las Vegas.
Oh, it's in Vegas.
It's gonna be.
So you fighting on top rank card?
Action packed. This is gonna be an action packed fight.
You fighting on the top rank card?
I like how I like the guesses and everybody. And y'all let me know who y'all want to see me in the ring with, because it's a lot of people that we can make happen. It's a lot of things we can make happen coming up in the future.
Man,
and
that's what's
I
up.
just can't wait to be a whole part of the boxing scene. Finally back on the scene.
Yeah.
NABO.
Out there when I come on the show.
Man,
NABO.
We're gonna see. But it's
when
not
you announce it. Come on when you announce it so we can talk. So we can have that
I
conversation.
got stuff that's already on my Instagram. So y'all can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is _JR, and it is not the NABO. It's actually a WBC sanctioned belt. So y'all scoring that. I'm gonna see y'all next week.
Appreciate you.
We're gonna talk about
come on next week, man. Appreciate it. Man, he gives the best. This motherfucker talks the biggest shit. I gotta go, man. My shrink is waiting on me. And Keith Thurman got an appointment at 9:40. Go see our shrink. You know what I mean? I want to do this 10 count, so I'll get y'all out here on the 10 count. And I appreciate y'all coming in here, man. And we got to come back in here, man. And
this is good shit. This is good shit.
And bring all your girls, Sarah.
I got you.
Bring even when we gotta promote women's boxing, man. We gotta promote women's boxing.
100%.
Yeah. So thank y'all for coming in here. Thank you so
for
much.
having us.
Thank you, Tom. And thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you. I enjoyed following you on Instagram too. Appreciate you, brother.
Already, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Already.
Thank you, Sarah, again. Thank you, Sarah, again. Appreciate you. Yeah, all the time.
My daughter trying to make a guest appearance.
Bye. Hey! Appreciate you.
Peace.
All right. Talk to y'all soon. I got you.
I was about to say, what the M button at? Oh, here go leave.
All right, we got it. Oh, I kicked Kyle out. I didn't mean to kick Kyle out. My bad, Kyle. Oh, my bad. Kyle, come back in here, man. Yeah, man. I was holding it together, y'all. I did a good job, man. I love Kurt Sugar, man. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to talk about Kurt Sugar tomorrow, man. And we'll definitely honor Kurt Sugar today and tomorrow, man. Lost 2 men in 4 days, man. Man, that's rough.
Well, that's a tough loss for us, Fred.
That's a tough loss. That's
the knowledge.
That's a very tough loss, man. I'll call Boo Bud tomorrow, and on behalf of us. And Boo Bud, Boo Bud can't come in because our shows are ended. I know he's probably exhausted and shit, but I would love to have him on as a guest tomorrow, and if possible, maybe we can do our shows together. Maybe we can do it together for Kurt tomorrow. I'll hit him up, but
no lie for me tonight. I gotta listen to my body.
Oh, you sick? You sick? All right, we
trying to creep up on me, so I got to chill.
All right, cool. All right, Kyle.
92 hours, Fred.
Sad. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Kurt Sugar, man. We'll have a show tomorrow on it. I'm not gonna play no music. We'll have a show on him tomorrow, and yeah, man. Sad, man. Lost Xavier and Kurt in 1 week, man. Tough, man. I love y'all, man. Love y'all, man. I gotta get to this meet, man. They waiting on me. I'm 8 minutes late.
All right, Big Fred, man. Keep doing what you're doing, big dog.
Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone.